All right, howdy Wasteland, is Marty the Nuka Boy again, and today with episode 7, I'm bringing you someone special. He's recently retired from special operations in the Army as a medic, and he dove straight into creating a company that forever reshaped how I look at energy drinks. He's the CEO of Abomb Energy. His name is Brandon Grazier, and here he is, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing,
What's
Brandon?
going on? I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. We're we're in our first round of A bomb. Things are looking great.
Yeah, dude. It's my first one today. Normally, I just wake up, I have a cup of coffee, and then usually around 1 o'clock is when I hit my first A bomb. Give me that
Hmm.
little boost.
Right. Yeah. I usually start off with coffee too. I mean, I'm a huge coffee drinker, but yeah, I usually can't wait for the A bomb.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
What's
it's
your favorite coffee brand?
oh man, that's tough. I like to try them. I like to try all different coffees, but I mean,
Yeah.
I've tried the Black Rifle. I really like them. Uh, but I like to grind my own coffee. Like I don't really buy the ground coffee anymore because like I like to
Yeah.
smell it. Like there's just something about it when you freshly grind it, and it's just
It's
like
more fresh.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
I've been using Invader and
oh,
Illy
oh,
has
okay,
been like my coffee.
all
I
right,
think Invader, they do like air roasting, which is pretty good.
hmm,
It's like a different type of roasting method. I'm assuming I'm not a coffee guy, like in
right,
that sense, but
interesting.
it's pretty damn good.
I'll
I'll have
need
to
to give
send
it
you a
a
bag
try.
of it. Yeah, I'll send you a bag of it, dude. It's awesome.
Nice, nice. So I guess we'll start off with like why do we have you on here? So basically, back in January, when I first discovered A bomb, I forget what it was. It might have been one of the Facebook ads or Instagram ads or whatever. And instantly, and I'm pretty sure you've heard it before. When I saw the art on the cans, it just screamed Fallout to me, right?
Yeah.
And by now you probably heard it, a couple thousand times already.
Yeah.
and
A
it's
few
just
thousand.
and it's just so on brand, on theme with Fallout, And so when I found out that you're a huge, atomic era age, you're into the, the whole era,
Yeah.
nuclear bombs and whatnot, and I was like, okay, all right, this works, and I was just like straight out dove into it, and I just I've loved your company ever since. And I'm not just saying that, because everything looks great and whatnot, but like the drink's great. You guys do a great thing over there, and it's just like I said in the beginning, it forever changed how I look at energy drinks, what I look for in energy drinks. And I was just talking to Cam last night. We were on the, playing a little Fallout 76, and I'm like, monsters? Nope, don't do those anymore. And ever since I hopped on the A bomb train, well, first let me say that I've never liked anything orange cream before, like nothing. And so when I first tried this drink, it was like immediately one of my favorite things that I've ever tasted. And so since then, like every once in a while when I find something else, orange cream, I go ahead and buy it and I test it. So so like other brands out there, they come pretty close, but it's not quite there,
Yeah.
And it's like we'll hear from you in a minute. You'll explain why.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because like there used to be a really good orange cream flavor out there in like 2019, 2020,
Hmm.
and it was done by Rain. But it
Right.
would I don't know if they changed something with the formula, but now it's
Hmm.
just not the same.
Hmm.
It's just not. Like, and I hate that because it was so good.
Hmm.
Like it was a banger. And then also I was kind of similar to you. I'll try other orange creams and I'm just like,
Hmm.
it's not screaming orange cream,
No,
man. Like, come on, it's
it's
so that was
true.
this was my pet flavor. Like, I didn't
Hmm.
listen to anyone
Hmm.
whenever we were doing R&D or
Hmm.
research and development for it. Like, I didn't listen to anyone's feedback. This was purely like, you can try it, sure, group
Hmm.
tasters, but like, no, I'm taking the reins on this one.
Right. And I mean, boy, are we glad that you did. And yeah, rain is really close. I didn't get a
Yeah,
chance to taste it, back in 2019 or wherever you said it was good, but that's the one
yeah,
that comes really close. But
yeah,
it's just, it's just slightly off. The other one
yeah.
that I'm just blanking out on, it's just too citrusy, and it's just like,
Ghost.
yeah, yeah, it might be Ghost. It might be Ghost,
Yeah,
and it's just not really that nuanced, you know.
yeah. Ghost. I would say the ghost one is the closest one you could get to
Mhm.
orange cream.
Mhm.
My only complaint with it really is I don't like alpha GPC 50%.
Mhm.
I like the purest form you can get, and then it tastes more like it's still really good, but it
Mhm.
just has a little bit too much like orangey and watery
Mhm.
taste,
Mhm.
if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
want more
agree.
cream in there. Yeah,
Right.
like it's a dessert flavor, you know what I mean?
Mhm. I
But it's
totally
still not
agree.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah. If I would have to rank them, I mean, it would be probably A bomb, uh, Ghost, just because the nootropic content. I don't know if Rain does any of that. I think they do like amino acids instead of that
Yeah.
or whatever. So just because of that, I would put them in the second place, then probably Rain, and then everything else.
Yeah.
But so you being a special operations medic, I mean, obviously you're well steeped in, what works on the brain, what works on the body, and I believe that was the main driving force, behind creating A bomb energy.
Yeah.
And so, why don't you lead with with the little with the genesis story for A bomb energy?
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. So whenever I was in the special operations medic pipeline, I remember like a lot of us would listen to Joe Rogan,
Hmm.
and a lot of us, like the instructors and stuff, they would tell us about how to prepare for test day and everything like that, because you had a test every single week. We always joked and called you have a chance to die every week, because if you fail a test, like it's like, oh my God, it's
Hmm.
a huge deal. And so I would always take pill forms of nootropics, and this was
Hmm.
like 2018, 2019 time frame. And then I would chase it with like either a Monster, a coffee, a Zions, just whatever, just to get the caffeine and nootropic blend
Hmm.
in there. And I remember thinking in my head, like, why don't we just have all of this in one can? It
Hmm.
would make so much more sense to do it that way. And then when I was in language school, because I had to learn French, because I deployed to Africa,
Hmm.
and so when I was in the language course, I hit up a company that helps beverage brands like get started, where they help you with like formulation, what type of ingredients you want, and they keep you in line with FDA regulations, because I want to be FDA regulated. I don't want to be
Hmm.
considered a supplement, because the whole FDA versus supplement,
Hmm.
you really don't know what's getting in there.
Right.
You got to find a company that you trust. And so I found out the cost, and it was like $20,000 to start just
Jeez.
4 flavors, and I was like, man, that doesn't even cover the production costs. Oh, wow. So I started saving up my money pretty much from like 2021 time frame, and
Hmm.
just kind of cranked it out. I had a SOCM bonus, which
Hmm.
special operations combat medic bonus, which was like 46 grand. I saved that. Then I saved my money on deployment. I sold my other house just to drive up the capital,
Hmm.
and launched it. It took a long time. It took about like 4 years of saving just
Oh, I
to get
bet.
it off the ground. Yeah, dude, it was insane. Because we don't take outside investors. Like, we get
Hmm.
offers all the time for it, but we just don't take it. We're completely self funded.
Hmm.
So we operate with like a lean, mean fighting machine type attitude. So
Right.
we take the concepts of special operations and we employ it within the
Sure.
company, because special operations teams are always super
Small.
small.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was on a 4-man team, and so we only have 3 people working here. Everyone always thinks we have like a massive operation, and
Right.
we really don't. We just keep everything super effective.
Hmm.
Each person has a job, each person executes on that job, as they get better, then we start tacking more on, just like how you would do it on a special operations team.
Mm-hmm.
If me being the medic, if I wanted to train my reconnaissance guy or my team sergeant or my team leader, whatever, on medical stuff, we start out small, start branching out until they have a full grasp. And then if we ever have a casualty, well, then I could be like, hey, you come over here, help me with this guy. I need you to start an IV. I need you
Mm-hmm.
to help me with a chest tube, like start prepping everything. So that's how we operated here. And it's very effective. But yeah, I mean, that's basically the genesis story. I just got kind of pissed off taking pills
Yeah, what's
to
out
get the
there?
effect that, yeah, and I don't want to like talk bad about any other brands because there's some actually really good flavored drinks out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I got kind of tired of just like everything tasting the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it always has that weird aftertaste. I'm like, man, there's got to be something we can do
It's
here.
the
This is
easy
like
way, right?
2020. Yeah, this is 2025, man. Like, we maybe went to the moon. I don't know. I feel like we could absolutely make a drink that doesn't taste terrible.
Right, right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And I think you might have mentioned it on one of your lives or whatever. Is like it doesn't matter if it's a drink, if it's a supplement or if it's a powder or whatever. Companies just kind of take or tend to take the middle route, or like the easier route, just to kind of push it out there, push as much
Yeah.
of it out there as possible, to I don't know if it's to maximize the profit margin, probably, but it's just like I feel like there's not enough companies where you get that that family feeling, that the feeling that you're being taken care of, because
Yeah.
people always talk about it, like, oh, let's have everything made in the U.S., but like the first chance they get, like they outsource it, from
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I get it, maybe in the beginning it would probably cost, a lot more than you get it from Amazon or whatever, but it's like, that's when you kind of have to, look ahead and kind of, assess what's important to you, and as a company or as a consumer. But it's just, I feel like we still don't get enough of it. Like, if that's the goal, then let's just do it. You know,
Yeah.
and I
Well, I
think,
take
go ahead.
the. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
I think it's just, I really like, what is it, Origin. I think Jocko, it stands behind it with
Yeah.
all his geese and
Mhm.
jeans or whatever. When I think they're over in Maine, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
I think
They
so.
basically took, old ass freaking machines, looms and sewing machines or whatever, and just went to work, and everything is sourced, from the U.S. And I mean, sure, you'll get jeans that cost you $100, but you'll probably have them for life. Same thing with the boots and
Yeah.
whatever. So it's just like, I like that.
Yeah. No, I like that too. It's all about doing everything as premium as possible.
Hmm.
And that's because like people will say, man, dude, $3 for an energy drink, that's insane. And it's like, well, we're not a gas station or we're not a dollar store
Hmm.
energy drink, bro.
Hmm.
Like this is going inside your body. It's going
Exactly.
inside your body. Like
Hmm.
I'm not gonna put something in there that I think is not to standard. Because
Right.
I drink them. I mean, I know people that own companies that don't utilize their own products.
Yeah, that's
Like
the first
that's
red flag.
first red flag, bro. And it's like I drink 2 or 3 of these a day. I try to only
Hmm.
stick with 2, but
Hmm.
if we get a crazy order day or something, and I gotta start
Hmm.
packing orders too, which happens every day almost.
Right. And
I need a third.
right, right. And man, I'm so glad. I'm so happy that you guys, just get this influx of orders, and it's just such a good testament to what the product stands for. And again, like, I'm not just shilling this product. I drink it too, and I feel the difference. When I don't drink it, and
Yeah,
it's but don't get me wrong, because this for everybody out there that wants to go on and try A bomb, you don't get the jitters from drinking just coffee or your regular sugary coffee. You don't get any crash after drinking it. You just get that edge, that
yeah,
that razor edge that you need, to stay focused. And
Yeah.
I really like that. I really enjoy that. That it just kind of comes on, gradually, but like it is a punch, like
Yeah.
once it hits, it hits.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people they like to do 300 milligram caffeine drinks, and for
Hmm.
me, that's just not for me.
Right.
I've done them in the past, but the
Hmm.
come down from it, I mean, it is fucking brutal, dude.
Hmm.
And I'm like, no way, man.
Hmm.
And like I remember back when I was a medic, I would always take nootropics and caffeine before I would do like a medical training scenario,
Hmm.
or even when I was deployed and I was getting ready to go outside the wire. I would always take some form of nootropics. Like the
Hmm.
guys on my team always used to laugh at me. They'd be like, nootropics,
Hmm.
and I'm like, get them in, let's go, bro. And so, but the reason I would do that is because if I ever took a casualty or if I needed to be spot on, like Johnny on the spot,
Hmm.
like operating, whether I'm operating my gun or I'm working on a patient and operating my gun, I need to be able to have that mental clarity to be able to make fast
Hmm.
decisions that could rapidly save someone's life, or if I need to take someone's life, like I need to be ready to go. And so that was like a huge thing for me. And like for me personally, I really don't drink because I still drink other energy drink brands out there to like test them. Like,
Hmm.
oh, this is a new flavor. Let me try this out. But I have to strategically time those because sometimes I crash really
Hmm.
hard.
Hmm.
Or if I do it, I'll take it with some L-theanine, which that's one of the nootropics we use.
Hmm.
I'll take it with that so it'll at least counter the crash from that. And it's
Right.
like, all right, well, we got to make it work though. So it's just it's interesting that nootropics are not the standard
Right.
with energy drinks. I mean, I know why. I know exactly why they're not. I mean, they're
Hmm.
fucking expensive. I mean,
Right.
yeah,
But
alpha GPC alone costs the one ingredient alpha GPC because we use the purest form costs more than everything in the can
mhm,
combined. It's
that is
crazy.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, yes, they're expensive, but like we talked about earlier, I mean, it is a sort of an investment, like you are putting it in the body, and it just comes down to, like, do you want to put something that's good or something that's trash? I mean, do you want to eat a Big Mac or do you want to eat grass-fed homemade burger?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm the same way, man.
I mean,
Exactly the same way.
and I do agree that when I saw that the drinks are only 150 milligrams of caffeine, I think that's just the perfect amount, to get that punch. If you do need caffeine, you can later on pair it with a cup of coffee if you need to, and you won't get you won't cross that line where you're just gonna feel like total trash
Yeah.
afterwards. So like, yeah, you can pop two or three, and if you're not particularly sensitive to caffeine, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So that was a really great thing to see because, yeah, like you said, I mean the standard is like 250 to 300.
It's too much.
I think it's just too much at one go,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
because yeah, then it takes a little bit more work to, like you said, time it and just kind of strategically, drink or eat whatever afterwards. It's just, I don't know, it's just too much
Well, there's a
unnecessary work.
100%. Well, and there's a problem in it, at least in the U.S. I'm sure in other Western countries, but I mean the half life to caffeine, I mean, is like depending on how fast you process it,
Hmm.
is anywhere like 4 to 6 hours or whatever. So most people are going to bed with caffeine still in their system.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're gung hoing it with a 300 mig, whatever, insert whatever energy drink brand in there. And like I know guys in the army that drink like a gram of caffeine a day, bro. 1,000
Jeez.
milligrams. They're just cranking it. I mean, they're essentially mainlining it into them.
Hmm.
And I remember there's been a couple instances where guys I know that are like super caffeine,
Hmm.
like they can just tolerate it like crazy, dude. And they'll drink one of mine and they feel different.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, dude, I told you it would work, man. And
Right.
yeah, it's
That is
it's
crazy.
all about the nootropics.
Right.
It's what it yeah, it's all
Because
about it.
they just pair so well with caffeine, man. But
Yeah,
a gram of caffeine, what is it,
bro.
like Monsters, Rip Fuel, and
Oh, dude, there's a guy I know. He was a first sergeant. He would drink his wake up drink. was a Bang, which I think is 300 milligrams.
Yep.
That was just to get his heart started in the morning because he's straight up carbureted. He's not fuel injected. And then he would then take pre-workout before his workout in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 400 milligrams of caffeine because I think he two scooped it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would have a couple more like Bangs or Reigns or something like that throughout the day. And he was cranking 1,000 milligrams a day.
Wow.
I was like, just give this a shot here, sir. Give that a shot, you know?
That is crazy.
Dude, yeah, his adrenal glands, like there's a thing called adrenal fatigue. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
real. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can crank your adrenal glands out like just too much to where you're basically just gonna start pissing out caffeine at that point. And I mean that's one reason why we do 150 milligrams too,
Mm-hmm.
because most people, at least from what I've researched, you really don't need that much caffeine
Mm-hmm.
in the day. You really don't.
Mm-hmm.
So and then there's a lot of science and literature that goes with it, like when you pair caffeine and nootropics, what are the synergistic effects of that? How is
Mm-hmm.
that going to interact with the body? And 150 milligrams is just like the sweet spot
Right.
for most people, you know.
Yeah.
So,
No, I mean, I agree. And it's just, yeah, I was just kind of, when I was going through the ingredients, because like you mentioned, like it has alpha GPC, L-theanine, what's the third one?
L-tyrosine.
Right, right. And because like the last two, you kind of see commonly, in other drinks, but it was the alpha GPC that that really stood out. And like you already said, Ghost only does 50% of that, but
Mm-hmm.
the purity of their alpha GPC is not what your guys' is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's not. I believe they use 150 milligrams and then a 50% blend. So
Right.
you're technically getting the weight of
Mm-hmm.
150 milligrams, but
Mm-hmm.
you're not getting the dosing. And the dosing, according to the research and
Mm-hmm.
most people, the sweet spot generally is around 300 to 600
Mm-hmm.
milligrams of alpha GPC to get the effect. And
Mm-hmm.
I know most people are going to crank probably 1 to 2 energy drinks a day.
Mm-hmm.
So we went with 400 milligrams,
All right.
kind of like a little bit in the middle.
Right. Right.
So,
Yeah, that's awesome. And so why don't you just briefly say like what alpha GPC does, like
yeah.
what it is?
So alpha GPC is basically the precursor to acetylcholine. Acetylcholine in the brain is basically your go signal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to help with like motivation, clearing brain fog. And the reason we chose that one is this is just a theory. This isn't actual science here, but this is just a theory. I think some people could potentially, this needs to be studied too, by the
Mm-hmm.
way, but I think some people might potentially be deficient or low in acetylcholine because
Mm-hmm.
we're constantly stimulated
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. There's always phone going on, there's lights everywhere. Life is getting harder.
Mm-hmm.
People are working more than ever before. So I think some people might potentially be deficient because some people will drink it. Well, actually, I would say probably 80% plus will drink or take pills of a pure alpha GPC and they feel different.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for myself, and I got another guy in the warehouse that works for me. He's another special operations guy. He likes having alpha GPC before a workout because it does help with motivation.
Mm-hmm.
And you could be sitting on ass and you're like, I'm feeling sorry for myself, and then
Mm-hmm.
you'll drink an Abomb or you'll take alpha GPC pills, maybe chase it with a little bit of caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel different. And that's
Right.
why I love it. I mean, I that's why we chose the whole stack too.
Mm-hmm.
L-tyrosine helps with like reaction time, learning capabilities. There's been studies that have shown that people that were giving like pharmaceutical grade amphetamines,
Mm-hmm.
like Provigil or something like that, they perform better on L-tyrosine than they do with pharmaceutical grade
Oh wow.
amphetamines. Yeah, it's crazy. For myself, I can say it doesn't work for me
Mm-hmm.
because I've taken pharmaceutical grade amphetamines before, and it's not the same
Mm-hmm.
for me. But
Right.
some people react differently to it.
For
And
sure.
L-theanine with just countering that negative side effect of caffeine. That's why you don't get the crash,
Mm-hmm.
the anxiety, the jitters.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't get that. It's because we throw L-theanine in there. And it's really interesting, actually, when we were at the Fallout celebration,
Mm-hmm.
so many people would look at the can and they'd be like, oh my gosh, you put L-theanine in here? And I'm like, yeah, we do actually. Because a
Right.
lot of people that have like ADHD
Mm-hmm.
like taking nootropics,
Mm-hmm.
and L-theanine being a big one there. So it's kind of cool. It's very interesting.
Right. Right. Um, yeah, that's awesome, and I always appreciate when something's done with purpose in mind, which I mean your drink most certainly is, and but it's one thing to talk about it or claim something does what it claims it does, but
Yeah.
it's just like you said, and I mean every time I drink it, I mean there's a difference that you can feel almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I too sometimes take it, like pre or intra workout, because
Yeah.
it's just like it's such a like you don't. One thing with pre workouts that I would be taken in the past is the itchiness. Right, like
Yeah.
your ears start to itch and everything. You just don't
Yeah.
feel right. You feel like,
Scratching your soul.
yeah, like
Yeah,
you
dude.
can't get rid of it other than just freaking hammer in the workout. But I don't know. Like I never liked it, But I know some people that like it. It just means it's working or whatever. But it's just like it
Yeah.
was like I was in somebody else's skin,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm not a pre-workout guy. I used to be, but I didn't
mhm,
like the
mhm,
itchy sensation, and
mhm,
I'd get more anxious,
mhm,
which I didn't like. And I'm
mhm.
like, "God, I don't like this feeling, man. Like I'm here to crush some skulls in the gym, not
Yeah,
like wonder if I'm gonna get my head crushed, you
right.
know? It's like, oh man.
No, that's yeah, it's so true. And once I started reading the labels, of various products or whatever, like the minute you see, proprietary blend of something,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like, I
it's
stay
game
away
over.
from that.
Yeah,
I'm like, so
absolutely
what's in
game
it?
over.
What's in
Yeah.
there? A whole bunch of
Yeah, I don't
fillers and whatnot.
well, yeah, because you don't know what's in it. You don't know
Mhm.
if they put fillers in it, and you don't know if it's actually dosed correctly,
Mhm.
which is for me, there's only one supplement brand I trust whenever I buy protein powder or anything like that. Anything that has a supplement facts label.
Mhm.
There's only one brand that I trust.
Mhm.
And because I know they're putting the right dosing in
Mhm.
there. Whenever I see that proprietary blend stuff, I'm like, why would you do that? Just
Mhm.
be honest what you're
Mm.
putting in there. Like, are
Right.
you not proud of your product?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of weird. Why would you
There's
do that?
something shady going on for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I get being innovative or whatever, trying something new, but it's just like a lot of the stuff is like unproven, unstudied, and it's
Yeah.
just, it's a marketing gimmick, right? It's a
Yeah.
tactic. Like you'll throw in something that people don't know and it sounds impressive or whatever. This one's going to help you, burn fat and
Lion's
everything.
mane.
Right. Yeah. Like all the mushrooms. Like I've tried the mushrooms, like
Yeah.
I've tried, it's basically just like a powder of like 7 or 8 different mushrooms. But like, I mean, I didn't drink it enough, consistently enough to notice any difference. But, like you said, yeah, we see it so freaking much. Why isn't there more studies done on the damn mushrooms,
Yeah.
Lion's mane
Well,
being the
lion
big one.
it's the big one, and we don't put that in there because
Right.
there's not really any conclusive hard data
Mm-hmm.
showing that lion's mane works. And the other reason is I'm not going to spend $20,000-$30,000 on an ingredient that might work.
Right.
Like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in the nootropic space like Dr. Rhonda Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
She's been on Rogan, I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
many times now, and she always has like just great nuggets of
Mm-hmm.
information. And one of them was on lion's mane, and she's like, yeah, there's not really, it doesn't actually work.
Right.
She's like, I'll take it and I feel nothing. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
I take alpha GPC, L-theanine, L-tyrosine.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, that actually works. And there's
Right.
data showing that it works. So everything that we do, yeah, like what you were saying earlier, has a
Mm-hmm.
purpose behind it.
Mm-hmm.
If for some reason they come out and they say lion's mane is 50% effective on most people or whatever, then yeah, maybe we'll consider doing a little pixie dust in there and figuring it out and
Mm-hmm.
run some trials on it to see if it actually works. But if it doesn't work, I ain't putting it in there.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things that people wanted to work so bad, that
Yeah.
it just became this big thing, like what's the other thing that could sound so impressive? Oh, mushrooms.
Yeah. Ooh, ashwagandha.
Or yeah,
Ah.
it's just, like it's got the exotic, sounding word. And again, like I've tried that too, but just because I was curious, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
comes from a Peruvian Amazon
Right.
rainforest that was harvested from a dragon's balls. Like, it's like, dude, what are you talking about, man? Like, come on.
Right.
Like, give me the study, dude. Let's see if it's working, you know?
Exactly. You know, and
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. You know, everybody just wants to skip, you know, the studies and the research and development. You know, because it's easy. You know, and
Yeah.
like you mentioned before, you know, when it's a supplement, you know, when it's categorized as a supplement, you can circumnavigate the whole FDA approval, and you know,
Yeah.
now everybody's got a supplement out there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, eventually we might make some supplements, but
Hmm.
like, because the lab we have that does our flavor development, and right now we're in research and development for a hydration powder, and
Hmm.
it's going to be dosed correctly,
Hmm.
and then we're going to put a little kicker in there.
I'm so
But
pumped for that.
oh, bro, like, I've been tasting samples, and we're on round 3 for
Hmm.
samples, and I am shocked how fast they're dialing in the flavors. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh my god, these guys are wizards, man,
Hmm.
wizards. But I want to make sure that whenever we branch into, like, maybe making like a pre-workout or something like
Hmm.
that, or whatever, insert whatever supplement, it's got to be done correctly and to the standard, because
Hmm.
like, like what I was saying before, it's going in someone's body,
Yeah.
like, that's a huge deal,
Hmm.
you know. So I take it real personally, like when somebody has a complaint or something like that, even if it's just like, hey, I don't like this flavor. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh shit, why don't you like it? Like,
Right.
you're not hurting my feelings, but like, I want to know,
Right.
So
And that's a perfect segue to you already mentioned it, like when you attended the Fallout fan celebration for the first time, and as
mhm.
a newly branded Fallout fan,
Yeah,
um, how was that? How was that event? You know, in the grand scheme of things. I mean, obviously you were there, you were invited, you know, to promote your product and everything. But how was it? How was your product received by all the Fallout nerds?
dude, incredibly well,
Mm-hmm.
incredibly well. Like, people, I can't even count how many times people were like, I've seen you on Instagram and Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really wanted to try your products, but I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I would say probably 98%, maybe
Mm-hmm.
99% of people that came up to try the energy drinks ended up buying at
Mm-hmm.
least one or two,
Which is awesome.
and would come back for more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was insane. I mean, I said it in an Instagram video, but I've done a lot of events.
Mm-hmm.
I generally don't like doing them because most of the time they're a waste of fucking time, and I ain't
Right.
got time to waste. That one was clearly the best event that we've ever done, and not only was it that, but we met the nicest people,
Mm-hmm.
like, on the planet. I was like, am I in another reality right now? Like,
What's happening here?
did I just unplug something from the back of my head? Like, what's going on here? Like, because we'll
Right.
do events sometimes, and like, people, they'll come up to us and they'll be like, "Oh, an energy drink," I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, well, get the fuck out! Like,
Right.
like,
Like I'm
you're
not shoving
finding
it
it.
down your throat.
Yeah, like, I don't ever shove, like, when we do the events, I'm not out front like, try this shit. I'm not doing that. Like, if you want to come up, great. If not, I don't care. It's not a big deal to me.
Right.
Like, but yeah, it was a great event. Like, I'm absolutely going to go back next year, and
Uh-huh.
then we are looking at going to the one in West Virginia.
Oh, nice. That they just announced.
So
For everybody out there, like this is why it works with Fallout fans, right? So you got all the atomic imagery there. So this is the orange cream. I have all the other ones actually sitting right there above me. But that was the catalyst for your success at this celebration. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
And then you know, I forget who. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a bunch of people that kept telling you to go to this event. But man, it was so good to see that it was so well received. And a bunch of my friends. I mean, I kept bugging him about the drink too. Like you really should try this. I showed them the cans. Over the, like we were streaming or something. I was showing them the designs and everything. But it's one thing to take it from me. We're just like, okay, it's just another energy drink. But I thought it was so cool that you guys were doing actual tasting over there. Of all the different flavors, and
yeah,
every time I stop by, I mean, I think every one of the people that tried it, like, at least tried, I mean, at least liked one flavor,
Oh, at
right?
minimum.
At
Yeah, at
minimum, like,
minimum.
and I can guarantee you guarantee you people that if you try this drink, you will love, not like, you will love at least one of the flavors.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that was part of the formulation process that
hmm
when we were doing it. So you kind of alluded to it earlier, but a lot of when you're creating a flavor, if you want mass amounts of people to love, or not really love, but to like the flavor for it to
hmm
be palatable, so you can gain as much market as possible,
hmm
you dilute the flavors a little bit. You don't go like balls to the wall
hmm
on the flavor compound. But I don't want people to just like the drink.
hmm
That's cool. That yeah, sure, we'd still be successful, but I want people to love the
right.
flavor. I want them to be just absolutely infatuated with it.
hmm
And so we there's a little bit of a science behind it, but we dialed the carbonation back because if you overcarbonate, it masks flavor.
hmm
And then we went really heavy on the flavor
And the
compound. It
flavor.
costs us more money to do it that way,
hmm
but you enjoy the drink more.
Right.
And so that's what we wanted people to do. We want them to just love the drink.
Right.
And it's very like I think I can only think of I would say we probably did at minimum 1,500 tastings there because
Oh wow.
the cup count shows it because
Uh-huh.
we brought like 2,500 cups and I think we have like maybe 700 left or something.
Right.
Um, I can only think of two people that didn't like the drinks and they didn't really like energy drinks.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
Right.
okay,
I mean,
I
yeah.
get it. They're
Two
coffee drinkers,
two
so
people out of, few thousand. I think you're doing great.
it's not bad. It's not bad. I was pretty happy with those metrics, to be honest
Right.
with you.
Right,
I
right.
mean, we sold out
Oh, that's
at
great.
the event. Yeah, I mean, we brought like, I mean, a trailer full. I don't know if you
Mhm.
ever saw the trailer, but we
Mhm.
brought a trailer full of drinks that we sold out.
That's
I,
so
we
awesome.
had, yeah, we had 30 cases left, and I dropped them off at my sister's bakery
Uh-huh.
because she wanted to buy some. So I was
Right.
like, hey, here you go.
Yeah, that
So,
that's so good to hear. I mean, especially, with the weather and everything. I mean, it was pouring
oh
rain all of
yeah,
Saturday, and it was just so
bro.
bad.
Those were the masochists out there on
Yeah.
Saturday. I'm like, man, they really want to be here.
Well, we'll
So,
see, because that's what we were. Like, we woke up in the morning because we were camping out, right,
yeah,
in the desert, and so in the morning we got a break in the rain, and so we're just kind of having breakfast and thinking of what we were gonna do. Like, well, is anything gonna happen? Like, are people even gonna be walking around? Like, everything's outside. And we're just like, fuck it. We're already here. Let's get up and go. Like,
yeah,
if we get rained out, we'll to hell with it. And man, like, boy, am I glad we did. Because like we ended up seeing the cast from the show. They dropped
yeah,
by the saloon, and it was just. I mean, it was madness. But
yeah,
it was
dude.
just the other thing was it just I mean, I'm pretty sure you know better than anyone, but like whenever it gets shitty like that, be it weather or whatever, it just brings out the the best of people, because
Yeah, it
like now
does.
you're all in it together.
Yeah,
You're in this shitty muck, together, and then a bunch of the vendors were getting flooded out, and then I don't know if you noticed, but like some of the NCR troop that was headquartered over there, they just freaking sprung to action. Started digging diversion trenches for the water,
yep,
filling up sandbags, and basically rescuing these vendors. And it was just
yeah,
that's Fallout fans for you, man, right there.
yeah,
Nobody told them to do it, and it was just so cool to see. And the other thing about them specifically, they're the 31st Motorized Infantry in the NCR, the New California Republic, which is part of the Fallout fandom. They treat it like a military troop. And it's
yeah,
just like they go out on patrol, and they have their assigned roles and ranks and everything, all the while having fun while being at these events. And they do a whole bunch of photo shoots and everything. They're really, really cool guys and
no,
gals.
they were gangsters out there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they were getting it. They had like military issue e tools.
Mm-hmm.
They knew how to use it too, which I
Yep.
was like, well, usually some people don't even know how to use this contraption.
Right. Well,
And I mean, they were digging trenches, man. I was like,
yeah. It
hell
would
yeah,
helps. Like,
dude.
some of them, our Marines, so you have the 0311s, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So some of them know what to freaking do, you know.
Definitely some were prior military. I could tell how they
Mhm,
were wearing their beret. I was like, well, you
mhm.
must have been in the 82nd there, sir.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. There are a few for sure that I know. They were Rangers and whatnot. So the Fallout fandom has it all.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It's a great group of people.
Mm. Yeah, generally, I mean, this was my second time at that particular event, and I just interviewed Nick Shelton, who's the guy that's been there since the beginning. So he just kind of, because the very first celebration, it was basically just him walking into the saloon wanting to take pictures. And then he met up with Old Man Liver, the crazy guy, who makes everything happen. And back then it was in the summertime, so it was like freaking hot. I mean,
Yeah.
it gets punishingly hot in the desert, especially over there. And so the next time, I think they made it closer to what it is now, but
Yeah.
it basically went from a couple hundred people to a couple thousand people. And then last year, I mean, it was just thousands and thousands of people. Last year we didn't get the rain, but it was a lot colder. It was a
Yeah.
lot colder. It dropped down to like freezing temps at night.
Yeah, that's brutal, man. No way, dude. I've spent enough time out in the field cuddling dudes to
Yep.
stay warm, man. I'm good, man.
Yeah, I can't fault you for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you did how many years? Was it 15?
15. Yeah,
15?
15 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah, you got enough back injuries and and cold temperature nights.
Oh
I
yeah, dude.
can't I can't blame
Because I
you
was
there.
stationed in Korea in 2017,
All right.
and Korea. A lot of people don't know this, but like Korea gets freaking disgustingly cold, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even get like snow. You're getting
Right.
like ice rain. Like
Right.
it's just it doesn't snow there, and so like
Mm-hmm.
it get to like -30,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like whatever, man. Like it is just awful.
I mean, that's what I hear, and I mean, for everybody that's a history buff, I mean, the Marines out there, during the Korean War, I mean, they were just like basically frozen
Yeah.
solid,
Oh yeah. I mean,
the
it gets terrible there.
yeah.
I mean, that is a cold you just walk out in and then just fall over and die. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's just terrible, dude. And then
Yeah.
I did some time at Fort Drum,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's in upstate New York, and so you'll get like it'll be -30, and you'll get 10 feet of snow. You still got to go to work.
Right. Man, that's
It's wild, dude. So I'm not a cold guy. It's cold here in North Carolina. It's like 30 degrees today,
mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh, this sucks
I
ass.
know.
Like,
Give me the heat. I mean, I can do triple digit temperatures,
oh yeah,
like all day long, and
yeah.
like I'll be fine with that.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm the same way, man. Just drink water,
yeah, drink
whatever,
enough of it.
dude. Yeah, drink a lot of
Exactly.
water.
Because I'm a geologist by training, right? So like I've done so much field work, like in hot ass canyons when you get the radiant heat, So like
Yeah,
when it's like 105 on surface, it's like 120 down in the canyons, It's just like you got to drink like one water bottle every half hour at
yeah,
least, to just stay functional, stay hydrated. And it's like one time I sort of neglected that, but because of that situation, I kind of know like how long I can go without water, if I really push it. But all of a sudden, like I just started to feel my freaking hat just getting tighter and tighter as my freaking head was starting to swell up, you know?
yeah,
Like I was on the brink of like freaking heat stroke or something. And I was like, yeah, I gotta down some water here.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was,
dude. I mean, I've done all my like hardest military training always seemed to line up in the summer.
uh-huh.
And so like I mean I was great with that. There'd be people heat catting left and right, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "Ah, I'm fucking good, man. Just
Mm-hmm.
give me another Camelback of water, dude. Let's go,
Mm-hmm.
man." So when I did SEER school, I did it. I actually went to Marine Corps SEER school,
Mm-hmm.
not Army SEER school. The Marine one I think was a little bit better,
Mm-hmm.
but dude, it was. I mean, it was October, but it was hot. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it was fucking hot, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, this is great," because you're drinking like 3-4 gallons of water a
Mm-hmm.
day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like from like a swamp.
Right.
So
Well, yeah, with all that, you know, physical activity and everything, you
Yeah.
don't realize like how fast you lose all your water and like through sweat and stuff like that. But it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, that too, that kind of goes hand in hand with, when we're talking about the hydration powders and everything, because like when you're in such a, strenuous physical activity, a lot of people don't realize that you have to put back the salts, right?
Yeah. You got to put the salts back in, not potassium.
Mm-hmm. And it's just and it's just when you drink so much water and you start to dilute your system, it's like what's going on? Like I feel so
Yeah.
bad, drinking all this water. I'm getting hydrated, but I feel
Yeah.
worse. But it's like that's when it's usually times like that where I don't really mind, because I think what was it that I had on me? I think it was one of those Gatorade powders. I mean, I was
Hmm.
still diluting those because it's just too damn sweet,
Yeah.
but it's like that was perfect for it, because you're kind of replenishing, what you lost through sweat, and it wasn't like too overly sweet, and but at the same time I don't really feel bad about the sugars, when I'm doing something like that, because like at least I'm getting all the energy that I need, and that really helped out with that. But yeah,
Well, you need sugar for hydration.
right.
We are going to use a sugar-free one.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to use stevia and monk fruit,
Mm-hmm.
but we're going to use a special ingredient
Mm-hmm.
because the reason why you need sugar is because that helps cross the membrane
Mm-hmm.
for hydration and it gives you a little bit of that energy. But we're going to use another ingredient that's like 70% as effective as sugar so that we can keep it sugar free. Because,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, I don't like to drink my calories,
Mm-hmm.
but we're going to use that and then we're going to dose it properly
Mm-hmm.
with because a lot of the hydration powders out there, there's only like two or three that actually dose the salt content correctly,
Uh-huh.
which is mind blowing to me because it's like,
How many are out there, right?
yeah, with how many that are out there, it's like this is supposed to hydrate you, not
Mm-hmm.
just be expensive flavored water.
Right.
Like I can make that myself
Yeah.
for not $3 a packet,
Yeah.
instead.
I can squeeze a freaking orange into my water and probably be better off.
Exactly, bro. So it's like a lot of the stuff that I make is a, a product of frustration
Mm-hmm.
with what's out there. Because when I was a special operations medic, like we learned how to use household goods to create a hydration powder
Mm-hmm.
properly. And I would do that routinely, whether I was in my house, deployed,
Mm-hmm.
in training, things like that. Like, you take the contents of your MRE or whatever
Mm-hmm.
that you have, like how you can properly make something to
Mm-hmm.
hydrate people. And so there's a few hydration powders out there that are pretty good, like Limit. I think they dose
Mm-hmm.
theirs pretty damn accurate. Liquid IV, but they use sugar. I think they have a sugar-free version,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't have that ingredient that helps cross the membrane.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's very few out there that are actually doing it correctly,
Right.
and I think there's also kind of a flaw in some of the marketing or in the consumer aspect. Like people think the hydration powder is supposed to taste like you're drinking like a milkshake or something like that. Like no,
Okay.
it's going to taste a little salty because
Right.
it's
Yeah, because they're
to
salts.
hydrate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's to hydrate you.
Mm-hmm.
So like one guy that we had do a tasting, he's like, "Man, this is really salty," and I'm like, "It's supposed to be, bro."
Mm-hmm.
Like, so we have a. I'll give a little secret out here, so other manufacturers can copy it. Um, and normally I don't do this because some have copied it,
Right.
but we do whenever we do tastings, we do a post workout tasting for
Mm-hmm.
hydration powder
Mm-hmm.
because that's when you're going to want it.
Right.
So you can drink, and you'll actually see a difference. It's kind of wild. If you drink it normally, it's like, yeah, this tastes really good.
Mm-hmm.
But drink it after you get done working out. If you just got done sweating your balls off
Yeah,
or
you
your ovaries
craving
off,
it.
yeah, now you're craving it, and it's like, whoa, this hits much different. Like I have
Mm-hmm.
a Zwift bike. It's like a,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a
Mm-hmm.
Peloton, but it's cooler. And so I'll actually drink one while I'm working out, and I can tell the difference. And I've done the test because I ride it every day.
Mm-hmm.
I've done the test with like Liquid IV, Limit. Limit actually performs very well. Freaking Mountain Ops, a whole bunch of other brands, and
Mm-hmm.
like the one that seems to perform the best is mine and Limit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that high, it's that salt content that you
Right.
need in there. It's not meant to be a flavored water. If you want a flavored water, get a Prime or something like
Yeah.
that. Like they taste great, but for rehydration, I I don't know. That's up for debate. Maybe
Right.
there's some science out there that I'm not familiar with. So, I mean, they taste great. I still buy them
Mm-hmm.
occasionally. Like the glow berry's pretty good. Add a
Mm-hmm.
little carbonated water to it. It's like you got like
Mm-hmm.
a Mountain Dew almost. So
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's a huge problem in the industry because like they catered to people that want it to taste great. If it
yeah,
doesn't taste great, I'm not gonna drink it. And now you're faced with a dilemma. Well, do I go the route where it's like it's gonna taste the way it's gonna taste because that's what it is. It's supposed to hydrate you, or it's a
yep,
it's a medicine or whatever, or it's supposed to help you. Screw the taste, or do we go the
yeah,
other route? Where it's just like, well, we want to sell as much as possible. It's got to taste great,
yeah,
So meaning we got to pump it with a whole lot of sugar or other stuff, and so it's just like, what's the happy medium? Because like, I mean, I
yeah,
get the sugar, because like, you don't want to spike up your sugar, so you use lower glycemic index, ingredients. So like, I get all that when it's like for diabetics or whatever, or when you don't like to drink your calories, which I don't either. But I think a lot of companies are taking the second route, where it's just like they want to sell as much as possible. They make it taste great, and screw the rest. But I don't know.
yeah. It's unfortunate because
Mhm.
there is a way to make something taste good
Mhm.
and be effective with
Mhm.
performance.
Mhm.
Like we get it all the time with like orange cream, for example. That's
Mhm.
probably the most common one. I mean, everyone always says our drinks don't have that chemically
Mhm.
aftertaste,
Yeah, that bitter,
and
whatever,
yeah, like
gritty
the
aftertaste.
battery
Yeah.
acid.
Yeah.
I don't know, however it's been described, cancer. I don't know,
Mhm.
but a lot of people always say that, and they don't realize that there is a way to do these things.
Mhm.
It takes a ton of R&D, and so like that's why we spend. It took. I mean, for these drinks to be made, it took 2 years
Mhm.
of research and development of just flavor testing after flavor testing to make sure that it was done properly.
Mhm.
Because I don't want it to taste like cough syrup. I don't want it to taste like any
Mhm.
sort of medicine. I want it to taste like what it says on the label.
Right.
Like I mean, I'm sure you've had this where you've gotten so many drinks and you
Mhm.
drink it and you're like, this doesn't taste like that,
Right.
like at all.
Yeah.
Or it's like, this tastes like I don't know, I just broke into like a chemistry lab and I'm just
Mhm.
pouring stuff in here, just sucking it down.
Mhm.
So, like, I mean, with the hydration powders, we're going to be able to make it taste freaking awesome.
Mhm.
Like, we have a pineapple one, and
Oh,
bro,
I
dude,
can already tell that one's gonna be a banger.
oh, dude, I have one pack of it left for it's an R&D sample. We always get
Mhm.
2 packs of R&D samples, and I have fought myself on just cracking it open
Put it
because
behind
it's
glass.
so. Dude, it's so good. Well, I'm going to give it to a gift to one of our big customers.
Nice.
He just got his IFBB Pro card, so
Oh, cool.
um, yeah, he's a super cool guy. And so I'm going to go. He lives in Charlotte,
Mhm.
so he's about 3 hours from me. So I'm going to drive up there or do a workout with him, and then give him one of those little packets. But like, there's a way to do it though. It
Mhm.
just takes time. And so like one of the most common requests we get are you going to have more flavors? And it's
Mhm.
like, I can shit out a flavor tomorrow if I really want
Right.
to, but is it going to taste as the same standard as the core four that we have right now? And
Mhm.
so that's why we're always slow, methodical, and deliberate with every single action that we take, whether it's
Mhm.
creating an Oakley pullover or a new shirt or
Mhm.
drinks. It doesn't matter, because in the beginning, when we first started the company, we made a freaking balls load of mistakes. Like, we
Mhm.
trusted manufacturers to do what they say they were going to do and what you're
Right.
paying them to do, which is a wild concept that they couldn't do it. So, like, the collector's boxes. I don't know if you ever got a first gen collector's box. That thing probably
I
came in the
did.
mail fucked up, dude.
The
I
insert
would
did.
imagine.
The insert did. But at the same time, I
Yep.
was just like, um, I mean, I didn't care particularly too much about the insert or whatever. I knew that the box was gonna, I was gonna put it up on the shelf, so that wasn't, gonna be visible. I was gonna drink the cans, keep the cans or whatever. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really, I didn't think much of it. I also ascribed it to the shipping and everything because I mean just I mean I got a 12 pack. What was it? A couple days ago. You know,
Yeah.
dude, like Good thing that you guys switched to the heavy duty boxes, because like it has a freaking handle with care sticker plastered all over it, and then there's like a
Yep.
major dent in the corner, and it's just
Ugh.
like, and the UPS guy just like comes up to me, gives it to me like nothing's going. I'm like, dude, what'd you guys do to it? Did you step
Yeah.
on it? Did you kick it? It's
Yeah.
just so like they don't care,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know if it's the driver. I don't think it's the drivers. I mean, they just transport it, so it happens at the sorting centers or whatever,
It's the
because
sorting centers because the way it works is they're coming off a belt and they
mm-hmm,
get dropped into sorting.
yeah,
So it's on like one of those rubberized belts,
mm-hmm,
and it scans it and then it sorts it and sends it off into a new direction.
yeah,
And so sometimes they'll fall off
mm-hmm,
really hard.
yeah,
And so like we've upgraded the boxes, double wall boxes.
mm-hmm,
They're rated as military grade, whatever
mm-hmm.
the hell that even means.
Another
Normally you
buzzword.
see military, yeah, another buzzword, because normally a lot of people don't know this military grade, it's the lowest bidder.
Yep,
So it's the shittiest thing actually.
but it sounds great.
Um, it sounds super cool though. So, but yeah, so we got those upgraded. The reason it took so long to do that is because whenever you're a new company,
Mm-hmm.
when you're getting boxes from your box manufacturer, you have to work up to a certain level to be able
Oh
to unlock like a discount. So like a
man.
box for us costs like $1 and some change
Mm-hmm.
for just a normal like these are old boxes, but like a normal
Mm-hmm.
it's a layer for a box, but like a normal like single wall box,
Mm-hmm.
that costs like $1. And whenever we were wanting to do like the double wall military grade ones, it was going to be like $2.50 a box.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit, man, that's a lot of cash. But now we've worked it to where it's like, okay, now it's $1.15 a box.
Right.
Not a big deal. 15 cents more, not a big deal.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's a lot of growing pains, and
Mm-hmm.
I felt so bad when those first gen collectors boxes came out because
Mm-hmm.
that guy lied to me, didn't produce the correct product,
Mm-hmm.
and was like a month late on getting
Mm-hmm.
it to us. Because normally the whole process that we have is whenever we get a new product, we hold that product for at least 2 to 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
generally speaking, depending on the product, because we like to do our own testing on it.
Right.
So like when we got the new boxes in, like we're going to release some videos of us testing the double wall boxes.
Smashing
But whenever,
them.
oh yeah, dragging them behind a car, like dude, crazy stuff, man. Because we do our own testing on everything. And
Right.
when those first gen collectors boxes came in, it didn't give us time to do any testing on it.
Uh-huh.
And then the insert on that holds the cans, that cradles them, was done incorrectly. It was like
Mm-hmm.
some piece of shit like paper thing.
It was really
And I'm
thin,
like,
yeah.
yeah, it was super thin. And it's like, no, it's supposed to be corrugated cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever, freaking whatever carriers once decide they want to be Tom Brady and
Mm-hmm.
throw your package, like it'll still arrive okay and it'll
Mm-hmm.
be just fine.
Right.
And thank God we have because when we first shipped that to you, it was with USPS and they were the absolute worst.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute worst. I mean, we'd ship 100 packages, at least 10 were going to be insurance claim or lost.
Wow.
Now we have a contract with UPS and it's like we ship 1,000,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 1, 2 at most
Right.
is going to be damaged.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, man, like it blows my mind. It just blows my mind. We were talking about it this morning in the warehouse and we're just like, thank Christ we have UPS.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they come by every day and pick it up.
Oh, that's
Before,
cool.
when we were with USPS, we were having to drive my Wrangler, which would be full of packages, so we could fit about
I remember those
76.
videos, yeah.
Yeah, we'd fit like 76 packages in there. Then we drive my Charger, which I've had that car since high school. And he's selling it, and we could fit about 80 in that, and it would be 2 cars. At 11:30, we'd head to the post office, drop off, and then we'd come back, pack, restock, reload the cars, and then drop off at 4-ish. And dude, it was crazy.
Wow.
And now we got a semi truck coming down here every day picking up packages.
That's cool.
It's
I
like-
mean, that
it's like,
offloads a lot lot of it,
Oh
off of
yeah,
you.
the stress. Yeah, dude, the stress of having to just make the post office runs. And
Oh.
we at the post office, we had to scan our own packages.
Oh,
We
wow.
had to load them all. We had to do everything. All they did was come out and just give us a fucking scanner. And it's like,
Yeah. Man,
Alright,
that's crazy. And it's a lot of time, I mean, so to speak, wasted, and just like the logistics that, the
Yeah.
post office should be doing. That is crazy. But
yeah,
I mean,
they should be bringing a truck.
yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I know even USPS, like you can schedule a pickup. I mean, I don't know if it depends on the location or whatnot. But man, that's crazy. But it seems
Yeah.
like, yeah, like with the inserts, then I know you guys had troubles with, like with the flags
Oh yeah, the
and
flag manufacturer. Dude, my biggest complaint with owning a business, number one, is definitely dealing with other manufacturers because
hmm
motherfuckers, like what we were talking about before, they just want to get your money. They treat you
hmm
as a number, and they
hmm
get the sale one time. They're like, "Well, we're done. We're gonna
right,
jettison you from existence."
uh-huh,
And I mean, it's like the flag situation. We had those custom A bomb flags made.
hmm
We wanted 400 outdoor, 200 indoor. So the difference between the two was the outdoor ones you could literally mount on the back of your vehicle,
hmm
rip down the highway, doing 70 miles an hour, and the stitching wouldn't fray because
hmm
we had special stitching, a design done for the stitching. It's
hmm
basically a crosshatch pattern done 4 times, so it'll maintain its durability on the seams. And it's like, instead of sending me that, he sent me 600 indoor ones, and I'm like, do I get a difference in the payment? No, this
no,
is what you ordered. I'm like, no, it's not.
and now prove
So
it, right?
yeah, so it's like, well, you're done. We're not going to use you again.
Right.
Because a lot of these, I think a lot of these companies that we deal with, they think it's just going to be like a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, one time
hmm
deal. And it's like, no, 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 no. Like, we move a ton of product.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to think, like, that's got to be so exhausting, like such a practice. I mean, like they always have to hunt down, a new customer. It's just like, why don't you just build a great relationship with a customer? That way, you're set for life essentially.
Yeah, the lifetime value of a customer.
And
You know,
it's just,
that's why whenever we make mistakes, we go above and beyond to
hmm
fix it, or at least we try. Some
hmm
people, we only have like one dude who's been like a complete fuck, and there's nothing you could do to make
yeah,
him happy.
right. Well, it's also, I think, some people literally look for an excuse, to hate on something. And it's just like, they
Yeah.
can find it, you can find it in anything. But I think you guys have been doing pretty good, in
Well, I
terms of,
appreciate that.
like satisfying the customer. And I mean, the numbers speak for themselves too, it's,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've gone to beverage trade show conventions for
mhm,
like convenience stores, gas stations, distributors, and all that stuff. And there was one distributor I was talking to because I wanted him to carry our product so we could get it into stores. And a lot of people always ask, why can't you get the product in stores? Well, one, it's like negotiating with the Taliban. It's like insane. They want to just like basically you pay them to distribute the
right.
product, which is mind blowing. It's like, dude, I got to make money too, so I can
Yeah.
keep feeding you product. But I was talking to this one guy. I still kept his card because I'm we're gonna pretty woman this motherfucker later on. But he didn't believe us with our there's a metric where it's the customer retention rate, your customer return rate. So you
hmm
can look at the metric by day or by whatever custom date that you want. And he's like, how many customers do you have come back after the first purchase? And so I showed him, and it was significant. It's more than double of what the industry standard
hmm
is. And he didn't believe me. I'm like, dude, this is the metrics right here. This is my store. This is the
Right.
backroom data. And he didn't believe me, and he was an asshole about it. And it's like, you haven't even tried the product, dude.
Right.
Like, there's a reason why we have. It's very rare somebody buys from us one time and never comes back.
hmm
It's very rare,
Right.
And usually the complaint will be, well, I don't want to pay shipping. And it's like,
Uh-huh.
okay, well,
Well,
that's totally fair. Totally understand that.
uh-huh. Um, I mean, and I think that's I call it the Amazon effect,
Yeah.
where it's just like, people are so, sort of, used to, the 2 day shipping or next day shipping,
Yeah.
it's like that instant gratification, right? Like, I must have it now kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's still a lot of people out there that have to remember, ordering shit out of a catalog, or magazines, and like mail order and stuff like
Back in
that.
the
Like,
day.
yeah, like, dude, come on. It's like, it's not that, long ago, but it's just like
Yeah.
Amazon just took it away. And I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, like, it's great to get something fast, but it's just like, you can't wait a week, like
Yeah.
it's not the end of the day, and I mean, it takes up to a week for me to get it. So like anybody, east of me gets it sooner.
Yeah.
I'm talking about your product in
Yeah.
particular right now, but So it's just like I imagine, if people are, in Texas or even closer to you, I mean, they have it within a couple days, 3 days.
Yeah, usually 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. So I
So
mean,
the
come
part
on.
of the contract we signed with UPS is you're considered zone 8, which is the furthest zone.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be there within 5 business days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Which actually, the latest pack that I got, I was supposed to get it tomorrow. That was the initial estimate, but I got it, yeah, a couple days ago. So.
yeah, yeah, it can be quick. I mean, people that are like Kentucky, they get it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1 day shipping for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Even people in New York, they get it in like 2, 3 days. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and so like we get asked all the time, why don't we put the product on Amazon? I mean, it's very, very easy.
Mm-hmm.
We are not ever going to be on Amazon because order a pack of energy drinks off Amazon and see how that thing arrives.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to arrive with like a slip of packing paper that is
Right.
like not even enough to do anything. It's literally like just throw that in there, to make it look like you tried.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not hating on Amazon, but it's just the reality of the
It's
situation.
just
I
how it
knew a
works. Yeah.
guy, yeah, I mean, I knew a guy who started a brand called Alu Soda. It was
Mm-hmm.
meant for people that can't really drink sugar. They have like
Okay.
diabetes and stuff like that. Um, so he was using allulose as the sweetener,
Mm-hmm.
and you can follow his Reddit story of like how he started the brand, and like dude put some freaking work in, got his product on Amazon within like 6 months, and went out of business like 2 months later.
Damn.
Because if Amazon destroys a pack of energy drinks, they don't pay for it, you pay for it.
That
And how
is
easy is it to do a claim on Amazon? Like how many people do you know that would be like, oh, this can's fucking dented, and then
right.
they do an Amazon return and replace.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Man, that's yeah, that's that's the dark side of sites like Amazon, because I mean, yeah, you
yeah,
can stock it, in their warehouse and everything, but yeah, you're right, because it's so it's just a whole different culture of people on Amazon too, because like sometimes I go through products and I look at the reviews, and it's just like the reviews are so unhinged, like I forget what I was buying, but a person wrote a review, and it was like, well, I use this for this, which was the totally unintended for this use, and they gave it a bad review. I'm like, well, you didn't use it correctly, and you
yeah,
gave it 1 star, so now you've damaged the
yeah,
reputation of that seller, of that
yeah.
business owner. But Amazon doesn't care,
No,
you're literally at the mercy of other people flagging it, which I routinely do. If I see something like that, I'm like, like, don't be fucking ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
read the description, but people don't read, you know.
yeah,
And it's just madness. So yeah, I mean, Amazon. I mean, they move a ton of product, make a ton of
oh
money,
yeah,
but it's just like it's when it comes to a small-ish business owner,
it's crazy.
it's not the right avenue for
No,
sure.
it's not the right call. I mean, I would love if they packaged their stuff correctly and
Mhm.
packages would arrive safely.
Mhm.
Yeah, we could explore it. But I mean, I did a test with it the other day. I just ordered some Gorilla Mind,
Mhm.
and like 12 of the cans, we ordered 2 packs, were dented. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and
That.
like not like a couple like dents, like I
Yeah.
don't care. Like dented so much
Smashed.
the inside portion here on the cap
Popped.
was protruding up, and I had to use a nail and a hammer to get it open, and it's like,
That's
yeah, dude, like, and I'm not gonna do a refund or something like that. It's still
right.
drinkable, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
like most people would do a refund in
Mhm.
that case, and as they should.
Mhm.
You're not getting the product that you ordered, and that's why we have a policy with our stuff. Like, if you're not satisfied with the product that you ordered because it was either damaged in shipment or you just don't like it, you'll get a refund
Mhm.
or I'll replace it.
Mhm.
It's just because I don't. That's why we were doing the tastings at the
Mhm.
Fallout celebration.
Mhm.
I like so many people would be like, I just want to buy a kiwi, and I'm like, I want you to try it first
Mhm.
because I want to make sure you like what you're getting.
Yeah.
Because an unsatisfied or unhappy customer is very shitty. I don't like that. I
Mhm.
want people to be 100% satisfied. If they're not, then hey, we got you. We'll take care of it.
Right. Yeah, you want to make sure that you cover all your bases, which I think you guys did, and I thought it was funny how I've heard multiple people, they were absolutely floored by the fact that a CEO of a company, showed up to this event, and it was just distributing his drinks and, making people taste it and like actually, be there, like boots on the
Yeah,
ground, and I think that's just so important too, because I mean you stand behind your product, and you want the interactions, which I mean, why wouldn't you, right?
yeah,
And I mean, I love that. Like I said, like all my notes are up there. I just I keep them all because
yeah,
I mean, handwritten notes. Who does that nowadays?
yeah.
with
You have
with
to
every
handwrite.
order, with every
Yeah.
order.
I don't care if somebody orders a sticker pack.
Right.
They're gonna get a handwritten thank you card.
Yeah.
Like it has to happen. And if I have to hire someone
Mhm.
to build like social profiles on people to understand their ordering habits,
Mhm.
so then they can then write their sole job will be to handwrite thank you cards,
Mhm.
then it's going to be that. Like
Mhm.
it's never gonna stop. And it's just a big deal because I try to tailor like I do most of the writing myself.
Mhm.
I got to rock a brace sometimes, but um, yeah, you get like 200 in like a day, and it's like, oh
Oh, I
shit,
bet.
you know.
I haven't written that
Yeah,
much since high school.
oh, bro, yeah. No, we have a collection of pens actually, um, where we're every because we use a pen to exhaustion,
Mhm.
and we had to like research what are the best rolling type of pens that give the least amount of pressure on the wrist,
Mhm.
so then you can write easier. And so we have like we'll post it at our year end review in January of this is how many pens we went through to write cards, and we're just gonna dump it
Oh,
out on the
that's cool.
table. Yeah, because we've saved every single pen.
Is it the G2s?
So it's a no, it's not a G2. It's made by Sharpie.
Okay.
I can't remember the brand name of it. It's in my
Mhm.
Amazon cart. I still like Amazon. I just don't like them for energy drinks. But
Mhm.
yeah. So we get them off there. But yeah, it's like a Sharpie pen. Super. I mean, you'll blow through ink though
Mhm.
with those things because they're nice. They're expensive. It's like $100 I think for like 36 of them or something. But
Mhm.
um, or it could be completely wrong. But I
Mhm.
just know they're expensive. But yeah, no. I mean, we have to show people that we care.
People
And like,
often ask me, Brandon, you're a pretend scientist. You have a brain. How are you going to survive an atomic blast? The answer I always give is, I don't know. I'm a pretend scientist. But I do know when everyone is outside in the fallout, screaming and trying to get air into their lungs, I'm going to be happy as an atom drinking an A-bomb energy. What are you going to be doing?
a lot of people ask like how did you turn the company into such a successful company and really catering to people in
Mhm.
a way to make them feel better or feel like they're welcomed and they're appreciated.
Mhm.
Well, it's one, we actually do appreciate it. We don't just say,
Right.
careless whispers. We
Mhm.
actually do actually care about people purchasing. It doesn't matter if they buy just a sticker pack and that's the only order.
Mhm.
We truly do care because it's a big deal. Somebody's entrusting us. We're a new brand. Nobody's heard of us. They've never tried the products, like, and they took a leap of faith to try our brand.
Mhm.
Like, that's awesome. I mean, that is truly freaking awesome that people are doing that. And so you have to actually care. And then the other secret sauce that I implemented in with the company is everything the army did not do for me,
Mhm.
I do for the customer.
Nice.
Everything they didn't do, which was a lot. I did 15 years, but there was very few moments I actually enjoyed it. I was definitely like close to being institutionalized, like that
Mhm.
movie Shawshank Redemption, where they
Right.
leave prison and they don't know what to do, so they go back to prison.
Yeah.
I knew I was getting close to that point. I was like, nope, 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 because I resisted it. I resisted the institutionalization
Mhm.
forever. I just couldn't. I couldn't drink the Kool Aid. Um, but yeah, so that's how we did it. We just everything that they do that they
Mhm.
didn't do for me, I apply to the company and I apply the good things that they did for me
Right.
because they definitely did a lot of good things for me
Mhm.
and taught me a lot of things, especially being like a medic. Because when
Mhm.
you're a medic on the team, you are essentially like if you take a casualty, you're now in charge of the team.
Right.
The
You're
team
it.
leaders now, yeah, you're the guy. You're going to be making all the shots. Team leaders calling up all the stuff on the radio. Team sergeant runs security, or your reconnaissance guy is running security, and the team sergeant's helping you. Like for
Mhm.
my team sergeant was my assistant if I had a like casualty that I needed help with, and then reconnaissance guy would then run security. So everyone had like that purpose, and so like I take a lot of the modalities
Mhm.
and uh, like habits that I learned in special operations, especially special operations,
Mhm.
and I apply it to the company. And I mean that's how we've just gone from pretty much like nothing
Hmm.
in the beginning to just, I mean, we've exploded at this point.
Right.
I don't hunt for stores to stock the product. The
Hmm.
stores ask me, and I don't do that out of like an arrogance or it's
Hmm.
just I just don't have time to go store hunting.
Right. I mean, it was especially like you said in the beginning that all the shipping or the transportation of packages that you have to do. I mean, where do
Yeah.
you find the time to do that?
Oh no, it was insane.
But
I mean, we
go ahead.
sorry, go ahead. Yeah. So
No.
like we had like an issue or a funny thing in the beginning. I actually have a thing on my board over here.
Hmm.
If my computer wasn't mounted, I'd pull it off and show you. But like we had like a goal list for the company.
Hmm.
Like, okay, first production run, a few 100,000 cans that needs to be gone in 1 year.
Like a vision board.
Yeah, like we had immediate action goal, 6 month goal,
Hmm.
1 year goal, 5 year goal, whatever. We've already blasted through all those goals, and we're now
Hmm.
on the 5 year goal, and we're not even in 1 year
Right.
yet at this point.
That's right.
Like we were like, oh, we just want this first production to be gone in like a year,
Uh-huh.
and we went through the first production in like a month and a half.
Right.
It was insane, man. I was like,
What's
what?
happening?
Yeah, what's happening? I had to fly my sister down from Oklahoma to have her come help me.
Hmm.
I was like, I need help. And my brother was here, and like my nephew. Everyone was in here just
Just
cranking
recruited
orders.
everyone.
Yeah. Well, and that's why there's like boxes in my office up here, because when we first started, we didn't have a warehouse.
Hmm.
We were doing everything outside or inside the house.
Hmm.
So like the energy drinks would arrive at my house, we'd depalletize them, and my entire house was full of energy drinks. It was insane.
That
And then now we have a warehouse. And
you're gonna be in one of those commercials, when they do it with like where Amazon started in a garage or whatever. So it's gonna be
yeah,
your house filled with energy drinks.
luckily I have some video footage of it. Like I
Nice.
didn't want to actually film any of it because I was like, man, this is embarrassing.
Uh-huh.
Like, I hate this. I don't feel professional and all that. But it was just like we had to do it.
Hmm.
We had to do it that way because I mean, our first production run was well in the six figures. It took
That's awesome.
all my cash.
Right.
And I was like, like
Right.
panting real heavy and shit. Like, oh
Right.
my God, this is like 5 years of cash I just saved up. I've never spent this much money ever in my life. Like,
So no post deployment Mustangs or anything like that.
oh fuck yeah, dude! I definitely did it. I had a post-deployment depression purchase. So when I got back from deployment, I was all depressed and feeling all sorry for myself, like sad, And some people take it differently, but
Hmm.
I definitely bought a BMW M340i. Oh
Nice.
yeah, and people say those things can't make you happy. Have you tried it? Because it made me happy.
Right.
Like, I love getting in that thing, dude.
Right.
It's my favorite car ever, dude. I have like 7 cars here, dude. Most of them are business related, but
Right.
yeah, dude, it's fun, man. I definitely did it. I definitely did the private move.
Uh-huh. I mean, sometimes you got to do it, It's like, what are money for?
Yeah, no, I mean it was. I got a good deal on it. Flew to Florida to pick it up
Hmm.
and drove it back to North Carolina. It was
Nice.
great. Yeah,
That's cool. I mean,
yeah, I'm
it's
keeping
like,
that car forever.
right? It's like that. What is that? The country song by what's his name? Chris Jensen. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy you a boat.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it was awesome. Like I remember telling someone close to me, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go buy this car
Hmm.
when I get back from deployment." Why? And I was like, "Well, I don't know. Like we
Why not?
before my last deployment, we pre-staged out of Stuttgart
Hmm.
and in Germany,
Hmm.
and I lived in Germany as a kid for 10 years, so Germany's
Oh.
like my second home, and so like I was renting a new car every single week, so I'd have a
Hmm.
car for a week, and then because that's how you get the best deal, so I'd get like Mercedes, BMW, Audi, like I was trying everything, and I loved the BMW, and I was
Hmm.
like, man, Germany was a great time. Let's bring some memories back home. So brought them back home, and man, I love it. I
That's
love
awesome.
it. So
I mean, that's great, And I think it's important sometimes, you just kind of you have to set yourself a goal like that, and if you actually achieve it, it's like a constant reminder, that you've done it and
yeah,
like you made something happen. And I think you guys definitely made something happen, with this company. And like you were saying, where you just blew through the sale. I mean, I remember those lives and those videos where you were just kind of going through what you just described. I think it was like you guys had um, like analytics done in the beginning, and like projections made or
Yeah.
whatever, and
Yep.
you just blew those out of the water, and that's
Yeah,
just.
so we had a beverage consultant. He's a really great guy. We never hired him because I have a thing with consultants.
Hmm.
I like most of them. I think suck.
Hmm.
Like I'm not trying to offend anyone if you're a
Hmm.
consultant, but the ones that I've had to deal with, at least, they were
Hmm.
always just trying to milk you for cash. But this guy actually knows his shit, and he was a really good guy. I met him in New York City at a beverage convention.
Hmm.
Super good guy. His name's Dave. And I told him what my plans were, and he's like, "Hey man, so this production, you're ordering about 6 months to a year worth of drinks.
Hmm.
So you have that's the clock you need to be chasing." So he's like, with this production, like this is for a new company, this is a 6 month to a year supply, and
Hmm.
we went through it in a month and a half.
I remember. It
Yeah,
was
and like I was terrified because I had to start reordering everything, and I was like, "Oh my
right
god!" Like,
now your entire clock and schedule is condensed into, like, a whole year is condensed into a couple months, and
yeah.
man, I can't imagine.
Oh yeah, I mean, and this is production month right now, and so we have a new manufacturer to make our drinks, and so I got to fly to Michigan next week
Hmm.
to oversee the production of that, and like, it's just weird, just to give people some like numbers and kind of a frame of reference here. It's December what 8th,
Hmm.
something like that,
Hmm.
and I've already spent like 50-60K on just getting this production rolling
Hmm.
in like 8 days, and I still have more to spend. It's dude, it is the weirdest thing because like I've never in my life spent just like 50-60K in like 1 month, or
Hmm.
not even in like a week.
Hmm.
It's like the weirdest feeling ever.
I bet.
Like it's so weird. Like when you see like 20 grand just come out of your checking account, you're like, oh
Just like
god, fuck,
like
man.
that.
Yeah, just like that. It's like you're sitting there like rocking yourself. I'm gonna make myself feel better. Like, you start making
Right.
Excel spreadsheets. Like, okay, if I sell this much, this is what it'll be. Okay, all right,
More
guys, everyone,
ads.
calm down. Yeah, more ads. So it's wild, man. Because I'm not a rich dude. Never been a rich dude.
Hmm.
So it's just kind of weird seeing that kind of cash flow just like coming
Right.
in, and then it just leaves instantly, and it's like,
Hmm.
holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. But I mean, on the other side of the equation, I mean, it's always good to see, that the effort that it's paying off. Like the product is flying off the shelves, and there's. I think one of the greatest things too is, like you were saying, that you really don't have time to go, store hunting. I think at this point in time, people are almost doing it for you, because
Yeah, I
it's
just
just
had
like.
two customers send
Right.
me contacts for stores today, and I've been texting the owners of the stores, and like some of them own like 10 stations,
Hmm.
10 gas stations, and they're
Yeah,
like, yeah, we want to stock your stuff.
that's great.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's awesome. There's only been one store I've ever sought out and
Hmm.
actually like executed on, and it was because my UPS driver was like, bro, you got to go to the Ace Hardware in Southern Pines to get them to stock your stuff. And I'm
Hmm.
like, yeah, but it's Ace Hardware. They're corporate. And he goes, no, no,
Right.
no, no, no. A lot of Ace Hardwares are locally owned,
Hmm.
and so they can choose products to stock. And I was like, I don't know. We'll see, man. I don't got time for that. And then like one day I left work from the Army. Like I was just getting off work. And because like when we first started, because I got out of the Army this year, October.
Hmm.
So like I was still doing stuff with the Army, not
Right.
much to be honest with you, because when I got back from deployment, I announced that I was getting out, and they were like, all right, dude, you guys kind of had a shitty deployment, like because our team had in our company we had the shittiest deployment,
Hmm.
and like everyone kind of knew about it, and so whenever I announced I was getting out and I was starting my business, all my bosses were like, bro, just go work on your company. If we need you to do some work, we'll have
Hmm.
you do some work because you really don't have a job anymore. Like,
Hmm.
so But like I got off work, I was frustrated with some stuff because I was dealing with the government on some stupid shit they needed me to do to get out of the army. And like I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna drive to Ace Hardware.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought him a pack, a collector's box,
Mm-hmm.
and a couple other like little trinket items and stuff like that. And when I first talked to someone in there, I thought I just pissed them all off. And I was like, oh, great. So I was like, oh, man, this lady's not liking this at all. Did I say something? And then like 5 minutes later, when I was driving away, the owner of the store was like, I want to stock them. Can you get them in store today? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And they've been like one of our best clients.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're trying to get in more stores. We want the drinks to be more locally available.
Right.
And the thing that I try to convey to people is like, okay, if you ordered online with shipping, you're still 99% of the time going to be under $4 a can. If that can is in a store, it's going to be $3.79 a can.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same cost.
Which, I mean, it's still, it blows my mind, like how you guys manage to keep it at that price point. Because, I mean, what's the average price of like a Monster or something? It's like $2.99, right?
Yeah, best case. Usually it's like $3.
Right.
Like I drove all the way across from North Carolina to Vegas, and every gas station I stopped into, I'd always do price scans on everything to see what the prices were. And most of the time it was like $3.50, and then occasionally some stores you'd see like 2 for $5.
Right. Yeah. That's the most common thing. So
yeah, 2 for $5.
And it's just like, I mean, it's apples and oranges. Like you can't compare those two, and we've already established that, So
well, I don't even like being called an energy drink company. Like people call me that, and it's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. But I consider us more of a functional beverage.
Right. Because I mean, essentially, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like with all the background, behind that, and it's just like, yeah. I mean, I really don't consider it an energy drink myself, and I mean, it's just like what I mentioned earlier. People are so used to, the what's already out there, the ordinary and the crap out there, and they try to apply reason, to this or whatever. It's just like when people are crying about the shipping or whatever, it's like, I mean, you're already paying for shipping, portion of the shipping, yourself. Like, what more do you want?
About 30% of shipping.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who does that?
Yeah.
Who else does that?
Well, and I'm kind of kicking myself actually. Like if I could go back in time and change something, a lot of the manufacturers that screwed me over, I would not change that because it was a great fucking PhD in learning how to vet manufacturers,
right?
Learning that people will lie. Kind of crazy. People will lie.
What a novel idea, concept.
It's crazy. Like I don't lie, but I just kind of thought like, hey, if we work together, whatever. But if I could go back in time and change something, I would change the drink for a 12 pack to make it $45 or like $47 or something like that, free shipping. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I can definitely see how that would work because it's the psychology behind it. Every time people see free shipping, it just works for some reason.
Well, we're doing it with our neon signs right now. So we have 2 foot and 3 foot neon signs available, and they'll probably be in stock for like a week. The first set of neon signs only lasted like 8 hours or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Dude, it's fucking insane, bro. And like the Mark II boomsies, those lasted like 2 weeks, if that. And so
that's awesome.
Like we've tested it with the neon sign. Like we figured out, okay, what's the most expensive shipping we're going to pay? What's the least expensive shipping we're going to pay? And so we kind of priced it in the middle, but with free shipping, and it works. And I hate it. I hate that concept because it's like I don't want someone on on the West Coast or someone on the East Coast paying for someone on the West Coast is shipping.
Right. I get it.
It just doesn't seem fair. And like and one reason we do charge shipping on the drinks, like in the beginning, I don't know if this happened to you, but our website was overcharging people on shipping. And so we refunded. Yeah, I don't know if it happened to you. It mainly was like people like Texas and East. It was weird. And like I didn't want people to pay for shipping anymore. So like if somebody paid 50 cents more for shipping, we refunded them 50 cents until we were able to generate enough profit. And then now, okay, we could cover 30% of your shipping. Like West Coast guys, we cover, I think the shipping cost is like, I don't know, like $17 or something like that per package, and we charge a flat rate of $12.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what it is, which is still
Yeah.
not, it's still not bad. Like, despite everything, yeah, it still comes out to like three something a can,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, but nobody likes to do that math, It's like, well, actually, you're getting a pretty comparable price to what you can get out there in the store. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and it's tough, man. It's tough. Distributors are the hardest thing to crack into.
hmm
A lot of distributors, they'll hit you up and they'll claim to be distributors, but really it's just one guy in like a truck who's got like 5 stores and he's
hmm
trying to make himself look like Donald Trump. And it's like, bro, like, come on, man. And so like we're locked in right now with one distributor out in the Pacific Northwest, and so
hmm
they'll cover Alaska, Hawaii, Guam, Washington. The ones that are in Washington, Oregon, and California, there's
hmm
very minimal stores in
hmm
that area. So we're locked in with them, and we're doing a test run with them to see how they work. Another reason why we didn't hit up more distributors or accept more bids or contracts from distributors is
hmm
we wanted to make sure we had a perfected product first
Right.
before we mass marketed it.
That makes
And
sense.
and we've hit that point now where it's like, okay, that's been perfected. Okay, well, we have a new manufacturer for our product because the other one went out of business.
hmm
I can explain that why later after a few days, because they're shipping our final ingredients
hmm
that we have to our new manufacturer. But we got to make sure that they're doing their job and make
hmm
sure they're doing great. And I think they will because they do like massive brands. You
hmm
know what I mean? So, but we had to work our way up to that to be able to perform and pay for huge runs. Like the first run that we did in comparison to the first one to the one we're doing now, it's like quadruple the size.
hmm
And the one that is quadruple the size, that's their minimum order quantity that
Right.
they do.
Right.
So it's like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
This is so much product, so much money. Your heart's like skipping beats as you're paying for everything. It's like, oh my God, dude.
Right. Right.
Wild,
That
So,
craziness.
yeah, it's
Um,
crazy.
but I don't know if you're pressed for time. I don't really want to eat in to your
No,
time too much.
we're good, man. I got 2 people in the warehouse rocking
Awesome.
packages right now,
Nice.
so we're
Right
good.
on. The Energizer bunnies, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, one guy I was in the army with,
hmm
he's an excellent guy, dude. This guy's a freaking killer, man.
hmm
He is. So he's prior special operations too. He's a reconnaissance guy,
hmm
and he is the most. Describing this guy doesn't even do him justice. He was the most undervalued dude probably ever to exist in the military. Like talent management for that guy was not great,
hmm
and he kind of started ordering. He used to not drink energy drinks, and he doesn't drink any other energy drink except ours.
hmm
And it's because the caffeine content was always too high.
Right.
But he drinks ours now, and he just was kind of ordering them, and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck is in here, dude? Like, what did you do?" And I'm like,
What
and I
wizardry
brought him
is
into
this?
yeah, dude, it's crazy. So I brought him into the warehouse, started showing him, and then just one day I was just like, "Hey, dude, you want to come out here and work? Like, you're out of the army now. Like, you want to come here?"
hmm
And he's been just incredibly invaluable. I mean, I can't pay that dude enough. Like, I feel bad paying what I pay him now. And
hmm
it's like, oh, man. And then, my wife's in there too. She worked. She's prior cop. Now she's full-time
Oh, right on.
RN. So, yeah. So it's like everybody here is just like straight killer.
hmm
It's just straight killer. And that's the hiring principle that we have, like probationary period. Like, it's just, that's the way it is.
Right.
It's because they have to care. And if somebody is
Of
packing
course.
an order and they're kind of lackadaisically packing the order, they don't really give a shit. You're gone, man.
Yeah.
Get out of here, dude. Like, no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. Like,
And it's just
like my
so.
guy, he made his first mistake today,
Uh-huh.
actually. And he's
Oh,
been here for months.
right.
He sent some lady ordered like 15 cases, and she ordered like, I think like 5 blackout cherry vanillas, and he sent her 6, and then like
Uh-huh.
an incorrect amount of orange cream or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, dude, and he was like, dude, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, don't worry, you can dig your grave out back after you finish, replacing this order, making it right. But no, he's a great guy, man. He like doesn't make mistakes.
Right.
He just executes with precision. He's always here while he shows up. I'll also be asleep sometimes. I'm like, oh shit, he's here. Like the cameras, alarm systems, and alert systems start going off that there's somebody crossing.
Just
the
never
driveway.
goes home.
Dude, yeah, no, he's a killer, man. He's a straight killer, man. No complaining ever. And I'm like, man.
That's so rare nowadays to find somebody like that, that wants to work, A, B, cares about the work, and I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about people nowadays that just like they want, collect. They want to collect high paychecks with no work that goes into it. Like,
It's culture, man. Everyone has that like drive-through mentality. Like
mm-hmm,
they want their shit, they want it now, and they want to put in the least amount of effort
mm-hmm.
to do it.
It's the
And it's like, no,
entitlement too, for some reason. Like, I
entitlement is a
deserve this. I'm like, okay, what have you done so far that you
yeah.
deserve it so much?
Articulate to me why you deserve this,
Mm-hmm,
and like you'd see it in the military. Like there's a little thing in the military where I call it a government welfare, where there's
mm-hmm,
people that don't really do anything and they
mm-hmm,
get paid. And it's like, like when I was getting out, I didn't have to work for the Army for 6 months. One, I had terminal leave, which was a balls load because I never took leave in the military. And then I
mm-hmm,
had like the COVID stuff where they could transfer because you can only build up like 60 days per year or
mm-hmm,
whatever, and then it turns into use or lose. And so like I had like 135 days, and then I had maternity leave because my wife had a kid, and
mm-hmm.
then like so I was able to like work all these things to not have to actually like work, and I felt like I was on government welfare even though like
Mm-hmm.
the system said I could do these things, and it's
Right.
like shit, man, this is crazy.
Just feels
But
dirty.
it felt dirty, yeah, to be honest with you. It felt dirty, it felt wrong, but like that's the entitlements they said I could have. And it's
Right.
like,
Well, you gave him 15
okay.
years, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I gave him 15 years. I could have I probably could have medically retired if I wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. It's just, I'm still functional. There's guys that have like lost limbs, they've been shot.
Yeah. I mean,
They, that's a medical retirement.
mm-hmm,
Me, I'm like, I can still run. I can't do barbell squats anymore
mm-hmm,
because my back is so messed up, but
mm-hmm.
it's like, whatever, man. I can still function. You know what I
Right.
mean? If I had to put on a plate carrier and go invade a country right now with an M4, like I could do it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? But it wouldn't be comfortable. I
When is
wouldn't
it
be good.
ever, right?
Yeah, dude. I actually, my back is so messed up. I actually, like, whenever I had to do medical training runs or anything like that, I'd have to pre-dose with Tylenol and ibuprofen
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes it'd just lock up. So it's like,
Right.
well, if we take a casualty, I got to be able to work.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine, like
yeah,
all the stress the body takes, over the years. I mean, even if you're not, in the army or doing anything like that, it's just. But then again, it goes back to taking care of it and putting the right stuff in it, and like how much you care about it.
yeah. Well, I mean, when we first started the business, it's kind of funny. I went completely against my normal principles of eating right, working out, and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, "Fuck it, man! Like, I got to get fuel in my body." So, like, for the first, I would say 5 months, I wasn't working out like at all,
Mm-hmm.
which was very foreign to me. And then I was just eating like DoorDash food, just fucking get anything in me, because I would work like 20 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'd work 2 days straight, just packing orders, writing
Mm-hmm.
cards, dealing with just customer service stuff, like everything.
Yeah.
And then now we like literally this past week, we've finally hit a stride to where it's like, okay, I can make time to work out. I don't have to sit here and do like, because like, dude, I'd be like doing crazy shit. I'd grab like a pack of energy drinks, I'd put it
Uh-huh.
over my head, and I would just do lunges to the table to pack
There
it,
you go.
just trying to get a workout in, whatever I could do.
Something.
Yeah, just something, dude. Like we have a gym in our warehouse
Mm-hmm.
now. So, if it's a slow day and,
Mm-hmm.
me and the boys want to, get a workout in while we're waiting for some orders to come in or something like that, or we're caught up,
Mm-hmm.
just whatever. Go get a quick set in, bro.
That's awesome. And I mean, not to turn this into, like a self-help podcast or anything, but like I'm huge into fitness too, And
Yeah.
so when I hear people complaining about, not being able to work out or whatever, or that they can't go to the gym to get a workout, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like you can't literally use anything. Just start doing push-ups, squats, or like body weight
Yeah.
workouts, Like it's
Yeah.
not hard. It's not
No.
hard.
Well, and if you don't want a gym membership, like for me, I cannot rip an hour driving to the gym and then working out for an
No.
hour. I can't do that. That's insane right now. Hopefully in the future I can get back to it because I do miss the gym. I
Uh-huh.
miss going inside, the vibe in there. People
Mhm.
just cranking it out. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, well, all right, well, I have to cancel a gym membership, save the money, and then buy the equipment that I need, the critical equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really not that expensive. It's
No.
not that bad.
No.
If you're smart with it and you pick the right weights with stuff, there's
Yeah.
so much shit you can do with a 45-pound plate.
Yeah. Thrift it too, you can find it pretty
Yeah.
cheap too, or on the internet, Facebook Marketplace or whatever. Dude, I haven't
Oh,
been to
yeah.
the gym in like 10 years. It's like
Oh, no shit.
I built me like a squat rack in the back, bands or whatever, just the essential weights, and like pull-up bar, rings, and like there's just
Yeah.
infinite amount of things that you can do, with that stuff, and it's just
Yeah.
you can do it whenever. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to drive anywhere. You can do it whenever, you please, which can be a tricky thing too, because like then and I hate that word motivation, because like it has to be replaced by discipline at some point, like you
100%.
can only have so much motivation
Yeah.
before discipline has to kick in.
Yeah.
But it's just, you can do all sorts of things.
I just do a list.
Mhm.
I learned it from Andy Frisella. He calls it the power list.
Mhm.
5 critical tasks that you have to do
Mhm.
in the day, or you can't go to sleep.
Right.
And
That's a good way.
workout is it's on that list every single time, even though it should be a daily thing. But
Mhm.
I have like dumbbells in my office in the warehouse. Well, not my office. It's literally just a cheap ass plastic table that holds my computer, monitor,
Right.
and printer. But my little section there, I have 2 sets of 30-pound dumbbells, and
Mhm. Oh, that's plenty.
there's nothing. Yeah, it's plenty. I can do presses with them. I can do squats with them. Like, I can do dumbbell flies laying down. Like, dude, there's so much shit you can do with a set of 30-pound
Right.
dumbbells.
Yeah,
And,
you think
and
it's light, do it for a minute straight.
yeah, dude. Like, I'm not a strong guy. Like, I
Mhm.
could probably do a couple reps on bench with like 225. I'm not a
Mhm.
strong dude, but you put like 135 on there, now we're talking.
Mhm.
Now I can crank out a lot of reps of those. So
Right.
I mean it's just wild, dude, owning a business, and there's so much shit you lose.
Mhm.
Like, people think, oh, you own a business and it's like ultimate freedom, and it's like, well,
No, you work even more than if you were an employee.
yeah. I mean, I've never paid myself
Mhm.
in a year, almost a year. I've never paid myself. The only thing I've ever used business money to buy was a Zwift bike, because that
Mhm.
motherfucker was like $1,500.
Right.
And it's like, well, I'm not the only one using it too. Guys in the warehouse, or my
Right.
wife, she uses it too.
Business expense.
Yeah, that's the
I mean-
only thing I've ever bought for the business where it was like, is this necessary? It's questionable, but
It's
yeah.
for the well-being of your coworkers,
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's great. Because
the employees.
I mean, like, I built, I guess, one secondary expense that maybe wasn't worth it. Well, no, it's worth it, but it wasn't necessary. Was I built a patio
Mhm.
outside of the warehouse, and I'm turning it into like a hangout spot. So if
Right.
somebody wants to sit out there and eat or chill out
Mhm.
in between orders, we're gonna put some. I built it myself, like a
Mhm.
stone patio,
Nice.
and then we're gonna put some fire pit out there, like a little gas powered fire pit,
Nice.
and nice chairs or outdoor seating area, because we want it to be comfortable. Because
Mhm.
when I first started the business, it was like freaking slave driving, man. Like, we were just, everyone that was here was just cranking out, just nonstop, man. And now it's like, okay, I need to make things more comfortable
Mhm.
for people. So
And I think, every time you start out something new, or, when it's, I mean, this is your baby, so there's, in the beginning, it's going to suck. I mean, it has to, there's a period
dude.
where you just have to, get it off the launch pad, and there's going to be some uncomfortable days, where it's just like, all the effort needs to pour into it, the hours and whatnot. So I feel like that's necessary, that it teaches you a whole lot too. But like once you once you get into the cruising altitude, now you can start making things a little bit more bearable. You give people
Yeah.
a reason to stick around. It's not as, hard. I mean, it's still hard work, but it's just like, now you can actually, like you said, chill out and take a breather every so often. And it's just,
Yeah.
it's so important for the, like I said, for the well-being of whoever's with you. I mean, essentially you do work with all sorts of people, that might not be initially as driven or as oriented, and it's just like, that's the other important thing. to give people a reason to stick around and want to be there and whatnot. I,
Yeah, you
I
got to make it comfortable, man. Like,
yeah.
because it's a lot of. There's a saying that we had in the military: high risk, high reward.
Hmm.
And I kind of take the same principle here, but it's also like high demand, relax in like a really comfortable area. Like
Hmm.
I want the work area to be somewhere where
Yeah.
they're not coming in and they're like, oh fuck,
Right.
I'm at work.
Which is like
You know?
95% of all workplaces, like
Yeah.
who actually likes to, who says, on a Monday morning, oh, let's get some work done, happy to be here.
Yeah. No,
Like,
and that's like my killer that's in the warehouse right now.
hmm.
He shows up Mondays. He shows up early,
Hmm.
and I'll be strolling out there with a little cup of coffee at like 8 a.m. or 8:30 or whatever, and he's
Hmm.
in there just packing orders. I'm like,
That's
good
awesome.
lord, bro, like shit.
Right.
Like, you don't got to be here till 9. And he's just cranking it out, dude,
But that's
because
so
he
great.
enjoys it.
Hmm.
He enjoys the work. He enjoys working with a company. Because I mean, dude, I get probably 5 to 10 resumes a week.
Hmm.
People sending me the resume because they want to work here.
Hmm.
It's nuts. I think people like this. I think they like what we're doing here,
Hmm.
and they want to be part of it because it's fun.
Right. I
Like
bet. I can see
dude.
why.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I mean, I got like a skid steer out there right now that I
Hmm.
rented for a week, and dude, we're just like mowing trees down and just like doing just like crazy stuff
Of
that some
course.
of it I don't want to film because I don't want to get in trouble. But like we were just having a good time, man, just doing crazy stuff.
OSHA's gonna
You
come
know?
knocking on your door.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, we got like a forklift, dude. We'll be doing some fun stuff with that, dude. Just like playing around,
You have
you
to.
know. Yeah, you gotta have fun, man. Because like in the army, like I didn't really have a lot of fun
Hmm.
in the army. There was like most of it sucked.
Hmm.
Like just being completely honest, like most of it sucked. But the times we had fun, I want to replicate that
Hmm.
here. Like you can have fun a lot,
Right.
when people are here. Like, we have customers, they come to the warehouse, and it's like, yeah, you can
That's
come
cool.
out here, you can come do your pickup, you can chill out. Like
Hmm.
we always give gifts to people that come to the warehouse if we have anything, extra that we can give them. And
Hmm.
because it's a good time here. It's
That's
a lot of
good.
work,
Right.
and I always try to take the shittiest tasks
Hmm.
like possible, and
Hmm.
I try to do them myself, because I'm the leader.
Right.
So, sometimes you got to do the shittiest stuff. Keep your people happy.
Well, and you know how to embrace the suck, right?
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, we had to throw away like 3 pallets worth of energy drinks because there was a problem with the manufacturing, and I was like, dude, I'm not gonna have my people do that.
Right.
That sucks, man. That absolutely sucks. We the guy that's in the warehouse, Sean, his first day actually was a botched delivery day from our
Oh.
manufacturer. So basically what happened is there's that plastic wrap that goes
Hmm.
around all the pallets. They only did one layer of wrap. One
Yeah.
layer, dude. So then
Avalanche.
yeah, exactly. So when we opened the back of the truck, like we got hit with like 50 cans just dumping out on us. Every pallet had fallen over or tipped. So
Oh
when it
wow.
tips, you can't even use the forklift anymore. So like we lost like half that load. His first day was unloading manually like
What a first
38,000 pounds.
day.
Dude, yeah, no, he got a big bonus for that, dude. I felt
Welcome to
so bad,
Abomb.
dude. Yeah, I was like, dude, your first day, man. You just got the fire hose, dude. So yeah,
Man,
it's
but
a good time
you
here.
know, that's where all the stories come from. You got to earn them sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it. There's a lot of parts about owning a business that absolutely sucks, massive donkey dick. But like,
Hmm.
dude, there's way more benefits to it than negatives.
Right.
If you're a business owner and you actually give a shit, you care, you use your product, you like your product, you
Hmm.
believe in your product, you're going to be successful.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen, especially if you got a very galvanized fan base. Like our fan base is, I mean, they're savages, man.
Hmm.
They love the product. Like I was complaining about a manufacturer on the live stream one time, and somebody just felt bad. They're like, they left a note, and it was like, "Fuck your manufacturer" or whatever, and they ordered a bunch of shit. It's like, I wasn't asking you to do that, but thank
Right.
you. Like,
Yeah. No,
you know?
there's a whole army people that I can attest to that stand behind the product. It's just awesome to see.
Yeah. No.
Like going back to the Fallout fan celebration, I was like, I remember you and I were chatting a little bit before that, a couple months before that, and you were asking me like how much do I think you should bring, and I'm like, it's tricky. Like I know people are gonna look or like the branding for sure, and because I know Arizona did a collab with Fallout, and they were
Yeah.
there this year too, and but like if you bring a pallet out there, I know it's gonna go,
Yeah.
because
No, you're right. We brought more than a pallet.
and
So
I'm so glad that it worked out because I I didn't want it to be like just what are you offering? Oh, energy. Oh, okay, just keep walking.
yeah. No, I mean people I mean you saw it at the
hmm
celebration. The
hmm
tent was always surrounded by
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
I mean, it was just like consistently surrounded by people.
yeah.
I mean, it was wild, dude. We had people come in and they'd just walk up to us and they'd be like, "Man, I've been waiting to try your guys' stuff, but every time I
hmm
do a pass by, it's you guys are packed." It's
Right.
like, yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Like I'll bring another dude out here next time,
Right. Right.
But yeah, it's crazy, dude. I mean, we, I was shocked how much that we sold. I was not expecting that
hmm
at all, like
Right.
at all. I wasn't expecting it because we've done events in the past, and like we did this one in New York. I will never go to that event ever again.
Mm.
I brought 2 pallets worth of drinks because
hmm
the dude that invited us was just talking this motherfucker up like it was just going to be the cream of the crop,
hmm
and we sold maybe like 50 cases worth,
Oh wow.
which is not even like half a pallet. And I was
hmm
like, motherfucker, man,
Yeah.
this was a waste of time,
Yeah. But
But
I mean.
the Fallout stuff was just completely in brand,
hmm
and it's just funny because I had never played Fallout before the brand,
hmm
and like I knew it was a video game, but I didn't know like what the theme of the
hmm
video game was. I just knew it was a video game,
Right.
you know, because I mean like even like shit like right here I have, like on my shelf I have like mining for uranium or
Oh,
prospecting for
nice.
uranium, dude. I have like an old
Uranium
irradiated
fever.
dime, dude. Yeah, so like I have all this stuff. There's so much more in the warehouse. I have more in
hmm
my downstairs office, like just all this atomic memorabilia, like
Right.
alien stuff, like Roswell,
Nice.
like all this crazy stuff. Because I just love
That's
that era
cool.
in history.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, funny you should mention that. I was just gonna ask you, just to kind of, elaborate on like how you got into it and like what drew you to liking this era so much.
It's just a very interesting time in history. I mean, we
hmm
were like blowing up stuff in space. We were blowing up stuff under the water, like
hmm
the Nevada test site, like what's on the can here.
hmm
It's considered the most bombed place on Earth.
Right.
And I love Area 51.
hmm
I love it, dude. Like I've wanted to go to Area 51,
Which you did.
which we did, and we left the camo dude some drinks. And now the little alien outside Area 51 wants to stock our drinks.
hmm
you know? So
That's
like I
awesome.
just love that whole aesthetic of it. Like I
hmm
grew up watching the Jetsons,
hmm
and it's just that time in history we were so optimistic and hopeful
hmm
for what the future would hold.
Right.
And we've completely disappointed everyone from that era, and it's like we don't have flying cars and all that stuff, but it's just such an interesting time in history. The people were just different
hmm
back then,
hmm
and sure we did some negative things back then, but you can't, the exception doesn't disprove the rule.
Right.
And it's such a cool area. Like I've gone to Brussels where they have the atomium, which is a
Okay.
gigantic atom,
Uh-huh.
and you can go up in it and there's like all these different levels, and like I have a bunch of memorabilia from that.
hmm
I got like an atomium pen, all these like crazy things, dude. Like,
That's cool.
and so, oh yeah, dude, I just love it, man. And you look at history, like after Roswell happened,
hmm
was it 1949, I think?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
something
so.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We've just had this massive leap in technology.
hmm
Then we started having like computers, and then like night vision goggles,
hmm
infrared, and it's
Kind of
like,
makes you wonder, huh?
kind of makes you wonder a little bit, So it's just a very cool point in
Mm,
history. We were real rogue back then.
I
I
agree.
kind of wish we'd go back to that.
Well, it's just like there was a certain drive, right? Like everybody was just kind of like pulling on the same side of the rope, like
Yeah.
trying to achieve things, and where things really blew up, no pun intended here. But I don't know. Yeah, I think we kind of lost that,
Yeah.
because then what followed after that, the space race, and it's just
Hmm.
like really big things where people were actually excited,
Yeah.
about rockets and go to the moon and everything. We kind of like history is kind of starting to repeat itself, because like now we're gonna have the new Apollo, the SLS program, or the Orion
Yeah.
or whatever. So it's just kind of like repeating itself, but it's not the same, man.
It's not the same.
People
It's
are
not
now
the
like
same.
everything is fake, like they don't know what to believe, or they don't want to believe, certain things, and
Hmm.
it's just like it has this, weird aftertaste. It's just
It's not the same. And everything that we do now, everything is all about um, functionality instead
hmm
of beauty.
hmm
And that's why we used the, so I don't know if you know this, but there's a special machine that we use. There's only like 4 in the United States that
hmm
paints the labels
right.
on. It doesn't flash print them. There's not that crappy plastic
hmm
wrap or whatever that's on there. And like that's why I love the aesthetic
hmm
of the cans, because it's beautiful. Like
yeah,
it's like a piece of artwork that you're holding in your hand.
it sure
And I
is.
mean, like you can see like the art here I have in the background. Like I'm obsessed with art
hmm
and beauty of things.
hmm
And I actually saw that one in Paris.
hmm
So I stared when I first saw it. I like stared at it for
hmm
like 30 minutes. I was like, holy shit, man! But
nice.
back then, like you look at cars nowadays, for example, everything is all just like a rounded bubble.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
the
look at
same.
cars back, yeah, it's the same, dude. Like I can't tell what a car is now. Like, okay, yeah, it's a Kia. No, it's a Ford. Oh, okay,
hmm
whatever. You know. But you look at back then, like we had like just
had a
everything
flair.
was, it had a flair to it, and it was just beautiful. And it wasn't about like getting the most efficient gas
Of
mileage.
course
It
not.
wasn't a,
They were
yeah,
guzzlers.
they're guzzlers, bro. But they looked
hmm
beautiful. And it's like, why
yeah.
can't we do that now? Like, why does everything always have to be so cheap
hmm
and demoralizing? And it's like,
because it's
no,
not made here
let
anymore.
yeah, because it's not made here anymore. It's like, why don't we do something that's like beautiful?
Right.
Like,
And
come on.
that's it's just and I think that's where Fallout kind of shines, because it's the retro futurism, right? So
Yeah,
basically
dude.
the driving force behind Fallout and the aesthetic is that all the history is basically same right up until the point where we in the real world invented the semiconductor, right? Like we moved
Yeah,
away from using vacuum tubes to using semiconductors. Well, over there they never invented one. That's why computers are still so big, but they went the fusion route, the nuclear route.
yeah,
So like
yeah,
it's still kind of like stuck in the 50s, and but it's like a lot more futuristic in some aspect, but it retained that 1950s aesthetic, where
yeah,
I mean, I just saw the other day, it might have been on Instagram or whatever, like the 1950s kitchens, the fridges, like you open up the fridge and it has like a lazy Susan, and so you can get to the stuff in the back, and I'm like, it's so like cool to look at stuff like that. It's functional. It has character. Like all these
yeah.
multifunctional things in the kitchen. It's just like it had something. Like it's so anemic nowadays. It's so sterilized. Where it's
Yeah.
just like everything. Like I don't know. Like every kitchen, every living room is the same. And
Same.
like if you because like right now people are really into that modern look, but what's the modern look? It's just so like straight lines,
Yep.
like solid
It's like an
colors.
operating room.
Yeah, it's just there's like I don't know if you've ever been to Joshua Tree.
No, I haven't.
Man, like I love that place for I mean for numerous things, but like one of the things that you can really find there is just like all these different houses, right? Like one of them looks straight out like a missile silo, right? It's all like concrete and
Yeah,
everything.
dude.
Then there's the house made out of mirrors, so it's actually kind of invisible because it reflects everything around it, but it's just like it's like this melting pot of different styles and different ideas. I mean, there's no doubt, or no surprise that artists go there, for their retreats or whatever. They rent one of these houses out and they just paint for a month straight or write, or
Yep.
whatever. I mean,
Yep.
besides other things that go on there, but but it's just like I don't know, like we don't have enough of it, in the world anymore. And
No.
like when you mentioned the can, that's actually one of the first things I did notice, how like you grab it and it just feels different. I'm like, why? And so I started like
Yeah.
looking at it. I'm like, it feels thicker. It's just and I was literally just like examining it, right? Like that looks
Yeah.
painted on.
Yeah. It's called a Hinterkopf
Hmm.
machine. It's made in Stuttgart, Germany. I actually
Hmm.
met the guy who invented it, and he explained like all the inner workings behind it. But it is a very intricate machine,
Hmm.
and it is. I mean, it's expensive. I mean,
Hmm.
just to get these cans painted
Hmm.
costs more. Like just the can and the paint on here
Hmm.
costs more than the production cost of most energy drinks.
Right.
Like with ingredients and everything in there,
Right.
just our can. That doesn't even include the all the ingredients and even the cap, because the cap
Hmm.
is technically separate and it's seamed on. But
Hmm.
it's just I want to bring back that beauty
Hmm.
that we had back then. You go to Europe, for example, and you just see the beauty that
Hmm.
they have there. It's not the most functional having a cobblestone road, but it's
Right.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks great,
Yeah.
and sometimes beauty is more important, but there's a happy medium between beauty and
Hmm.
function.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And it's just like I mean, it's no surprise that I mean, when I first got my 12 pack, I think I got the variety pack. I didn't toss a single can out of that
Yeah.
pack, and like it just felt so wrong to do that. And I know other
Yeah.
people do the same thing, So I mean, I have the four right up there. It's just I think you've achieved something that probably no other company does, like the art on the cans. And I know there's been people, requesting the art alone to be either on stickers, which now you have done,
Mhm.
and like just make a merch line out of that, And it's like
Yeah.
uh, there's there's a direct correlation as to why that happens, and
Mhm.
it's because it's people want to look at that. People want
Yeah.
to have that in their room in any shape or form. Like the packaging that you guys did for the metal signs. I mean, I still have it because it's basically the same art on a bag
Yeah.
that you can now frame.
Yeah.
I mean, where else do you hear that? That people are framing the packaging for a product.
Yeah, dude,
Usually, it's the first
I
thing
mean,
to go.
yeah, it's the first thing to go, but we wanted every single piece of packaging, and we're still working on it. Like we're
Hmm.
working on getting custom tape done. We're working
Hmm.
on getting better custom boxes made. Like everything, we want people to see. It's like Apple, for
Hmm.
example. It's like when you get that Apple box,
Hmm.
and you're like, "Damn, this motherfucker's nice.
Hmm.
This is a nice box."
Right.
And I still have. I don't know why, but I still have my MacBook box.
Right.
Why? I don't know. Like, it's a
But
nice box,
it's
but
cool to look at.
it's cool to look at. And we take that concept and we apply it here. Like, yeah, it costs us more money.
Hmm.
And if we can afford it, we always go the premium tier, like our new collector's boxes that we have from the first gen that came out, the one that you have.
Hmm.
It's bigger, it's nicer,
It's
it's the
beefier. Yeah.
magnet. Yeah, it's beefier. The magnetic closure on it is premium because we found a manufacturer who gave a shit,
Hmm.
and was like, hey, we wanted, and like, dude, they were even like helpful. Like I was like, hey, I want this type of magnet put in there. They're like, no, 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 we're gonna do. Would you want to do this type of magnet? This one's actually better. It's stronger.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh shit, yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that then. I didn't even know that type of magnet existed. And
Right.
it's like, they use 3M products, and it's
Hmm.
like, yes, yes, that's what I want.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
I remember when I got the first box, I was like, I didn't even know that it had the magnet enclosure, and it was like when I closed it, it just kind of clicked. I was like, oh, this is nice, you know. I mean, yeah, the first boxes, I mean, they're a little smaller, and I mean, the
mhm,
box actually held up pretty nice. Unlike
yeah,
the insert, I mean, we've been over that, but
yeah, oh, man,
um, yeah, I mean that that was actually the first thing that I bought back in January of like when you
First
guys first
launched.
put it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, just like anybody else, like when I saw that, I was like, I mean, first of all, it was the price of it that just kind of hooked me, because I thought it was incredibly cheap for what it
Yeah.
was, and so I
Yeah.
was like,
We did that was on purpose.
right, right, and it's just like you opened it up, and it comes with the manual, and
Yeah, the
just
operations manual.
yeah, I totally
Yeah.
love that, because I mean, being a collector, it's funny because like it was right around the time where I really started to collect Fallout stuff, but like from Bethesda, which is the company that is responsible for the games and all the collectibles. But I had no idea that they had an online store where you buy these collectibles, because all my other collectibles were just found in the wild, in this 99-cent store or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it was right around the time where I just kind of like discovered that, and then in comes A-bomb, so it was just
Yeah.
like right on brand. And I was like, I'm always late when it comes to these things, always playing catch up. I was like, let me just take a chance, and it's like, this
Yeah.
looks cool. Like it's $30. If it sucks, oh well,
Yeah.
but man, boy, am
Well, I
I glad.
appreciate that, dude.
It's
Yeah, we
been nothing but like positive and pleasant experience ever since.
dude, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like when we launched those collector's boxes, those first gen,
Hmm.
we we priced it that way because we knew people were going to be like, what the hell is this
Hmm.
company? Who is this?
Hmm.
So we priced it for, I think it was
Oh, it
19.99
was nineteen
with
ninety
free,
nine. That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
free shipping. Yeah. And we lost, I think, I want to say $5,000-6,000 on
Hmm.
that, but we wanted people, we knew
Paid off.
if they just tasted it,
Uh-huh.
we knew they'd be like, okay, this is tits. This is awesome.
Hmm.
And so we were like, we need to make it a low barrier to entry so people can try it.
Hmm.
And I mean, it worked. I mean,
Yeah.
it definitely worked.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it sucked paying for it at the time. I was like, oh my God, man,
Hmm.
but like, especially when you already spent like all your money on just the production stuff.
Right.
But we wanted people to have that low barrier to entry. Hey, just try this out, see what you think.
Hmm.
Because we're a new company. Nobody's ever heard of us.
Hmm.
I mean, there's still millions of people that have never heard of us.
Right.
And when they try it, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
interesting. This is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. And that's why I really wanted you guys to be at the celebration, because like I I mean, I don't want to say I knew, but like my hopes were that, with all the, thousands of people that were going to be there, like that was going to be like a nice boost, for you
Yeah.
guys. And it's good to know that it did work out that way. And I mean, now the name's out there, like I mean, you're going to be synonymous with that event. I can promise you
Yeah.
that. So,
No, I mean, it was awesome, dude. I mean, like we had people taking pictures with me and I'm like,
mhm,
dude, I'm not like a movie star,
mhm,
bro. I'm just like a normal dude,
mhm,
but like people people loved the product out
mhm,
there. It was, I mean, I'm so glad you and like a bunch of other
mhm,
people told me about that
mhm,
because I wouldn't have gone. Just being completely honest with you, I
mhm.
wouldn't have gone because like the logistics of having to get the product out there was, I mean, it was a nightmare. I
I
mean, I
mean,
had to buy a truck.
coast to
I had to buy a
coast.
coast to coast, baby. I just didn't have any Art Bell on, but
Right.
like, dude, I mean, I had to buy a truck, I had to buy a trailer, I had to buy all
Uh-huh.
this stuff. I mean, it was a huge investment getting out there, but it's paid off.
Mhm,
And the amount of repeat customers that we've had that have left in the checkout notes, like, hey, saw you at the Fallout celebration, love the drinks, and
mhm,
like it was super cool. And because we were using Shop Pay,
mhm,
our little mobile little payment system.
mhm,
Like I can see because everybody that orders, I audit every single person
mhm,
that orders unless I know your name,
mhm,
and I see where like when was your last purchase, like was it a few months ago, like when was it, because it'll tell me location, all that
mhm.
stuff. And I've seen so many orders where their first purchase was at the Fallout
That's great.
celebration.
Right.
And it's like, oh man, that's so cool. I'm so glad they love the drinks, man. I'm
Mhm.
so glad. Like, I mean, it's I'm blessed. I'm
Right.
absolutely blessed, dude. I mean, the
That's
community, because when we first started the brand, it wasn't meant to market towards gamers or
right.
Fallout. It was
Right.
meant to market towards fitness, military, and cops.
Right.
because that's what the nootropics are like
Uh-huh.
good for. You're a cop and you need quick reaction time, in
Mm-hmm.
case you got to pull your smoke wagon out. Like, you never know. And
Mm-hmm.
so, but then the fall community just adopted us, and we're
Yeah.
like, we're just
That
kind of
is
badass.
that is so true. Hey,
Like, cool.
like the drink works. Like if you need to be sharp, gaming or whatever, it works that way too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely, dude. Absolutely, And it's not just some cheapy blend of caffeine, water, and,
Mm-hmm.
artificial sweeteners or whatever. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
every ingredient to the dosing is done by our standard.
Damn, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, we get a lot of people that ask, like, B vitamins, for example. We use
Mm-hmm.
cyanocobalamin instead of methylcobalamin, and
Mm-hmm.
like, there's this whole there. I don't know if it's still going on now. I haven't seen the comment in months, but there was like a guy out there who I think might be getting sued by Celsius. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'd have
Mm-hmm.
to double check it. But he was trying to say that cyanocobalamin,
Cyanide.
yeah, cyanide, and it's being derived from like wastewater treatment plants, and it's like, one, that'd be illegal.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there. Two, cyanocobalamin is not cyanide.
Mm-hmm.
It has a cyanide molecule in it, but it's incomplete. You just pee it out.
Yeah.
And when I worked in the hospital, we actually, if somebody had a B12 deficiency, we'd give them a shot of
Mm-hmm.
cyanocobalamin.
It's just
Super effective.
yeah. It's just um what synthetic version of it, or like I
Yeah,
hate to use the word synthetic. It's just a B vitamin that we make that it's not naturally
yeah,
occurring, but it
yeah.
chemically it's the same thing.
It's the same thing, and like, it's so funny because, like, this shows you the power of marketing,
Mm-hmm.
how you can sway a group of people to think that cyanocobalamin is basically going to fucking kill you. And it's like, no, there's actually a complete chains of cyanide in apples,
Yep.
like in the seeds of
Yeah,
apples,
the
and spinach. And it's like,
apricot seeds too.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's not the same thing, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so
not even close.
you're actually because I remember, and I think I even used to eat them as a kid. Like we used to crack the apricot seeds and like eat that, and I remember getting told, like don't eat too much of it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because like that's actually a lot more harmful, or the potential to be harmed by that is a lot higher than
Yeah.
drinking the synthetic version of B12.
Well,
But
yeah, and I mean, I've had arguments with people where they're like, they give me that whole spiel,
hmm
and I'm like, but you don't have a problem drinking high fructose corn syrup.
yeah.
You don't have a problem drinking Red 40.
hmm
What? Like, what?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, drop the marketing. Let's get down to brass tacks here, man. Like,
hmm
come on.
Well, it's just the whole problem, yeah, like you said, people being swayed, by buzzwords and marketing and whatever, and not really looking deeper into it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're gonna come at me with a whole spiel, that synthetic B12 is, gonna kill you, like you better back it up,
Yeah.
But it's like,
Oh,
but you're
yeah.
not going to, because all you got going for you is a Facebook article that you haven't even read. You just read a flashy title or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Well, and the doctor who claimed that, I can't remember his name, but I think Celsius was considering suing him, or maybe they are. I don't know. I
Mhm.
haven't followed up with it in a long time. But he also was like, I think he was the one that was also saying smoking is healthier than eating a chocolate bar. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, let me go ahead and inhale some rat poison or whatever the hell they put in cigarettes. Like, come
Mhm.
on, dude. Like,
Mhm.
nicotine's not that bad for you, but like, come on, dude. Like, let's be real here.
Well, yeah, and it's just the whole thing, people not really wanting to educate themselves, or, I mean, me personally, I find that interesting, like I know you obviously do, getting down to the nitty gritty, the meat and potatoes of, all the different ingredients, how they pair up and whatnot. But it's just, there comes a point where it's just not worth arguing,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not worth.
whenever I get that comment, I don't
No.
even respond.
Like
It's not
you're
worth
not
it.
gonna win an argument like that on the internet, with someone, behind a keyboard, hiding in the
Yeah.
basement or whatever, being a keyboard warrior.
Yeah, no, it's just not worth it. I mean, because like even at the Fallout celebration, I think I had the conversation like 2 or 3 times maybe
Mm-hmm.
about cyanical and artificial sweeteners, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
no, artificial sweeteners are like the most studied thing when it comes to sweeteners, and it is proven to be
Mm-hmm.
safe. Like I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't consume 2 or 3 cans of this a day if I didn't
Right.
think it was safe.
Right.
Like because they in like one study I think that's out there where they tried to claim artificial sweeteners were unsafe
Uh-huh.
was they were pumping rats with like 300 like the equivalent of like a human drinking like 300,000 gallons or something like that of
Mm-hmm.
artificial sweeteners in like
Yeah.
a year or something like that, some crazy amount.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, bro, if you did that with a human, it's much different. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, absolutely. Like one, a rat system, digestive tract and all that stuff is much different than a human. But
Mm-hmm.
two, it's a completely unfair study. Like
The
nobody's
concentration of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything else has proven that it's effective, and it's like, geez, man, come on. Like let's use some deductive reasoning here.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's like the whole aspartame thing, right? Like that's right
Yeah.
up that alley. It's just
Yeah.
like the amount of it that you would have to consume is something like what is it, like 50 cans or 60 cans a day
Yeah.
of something that
Yeah.
contains aspartame for you to, be affected by it. It's like it's just one. It's not possible.
Yeah.
Like it's really not possible.
Yeah. It's just wild. And like I'm not against aspartame. We don't use it specifically because of the negative marketing behind it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason like
Mm-hmm.
we don't use it. Like
Yeah.
I haven't researched it enough to know whether like if it's legitimately bad or not. I highly doubt it. I mean, I've read a lot on artificial sweeteners, and it's like, no, actually, it's fine.
Right. Well, and it's just like too much of anything is going to affect you in some way, right? Like you can
Oh,
can
yeah.
eat freaking. I'm pretty sure if you ate 10 bananas in one go, like that amount of potassium is going to do something to you.
Yeah, do something
But
to your heart,
yeah,
the sodium potassium pump in there or
yeah.
something like that. It's like no, anything of excess is going to be bad. And I think probably one of the most frustrating things that I deal with when it comes to customers, which is this is so rare.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty brutal in the beginning because it was just we were new and everything like that. But like I'd get these people that were like excessively overweight telling me that artificial sweeteners are bad, and I'm like, bro, you need to come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, I think there's something else at play here, and but it's that denial, right? Always pointing a finger at something or someone else, and
Yeah.
without first looking in the mirror and identifying the problem there. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
it's
it's
just
wild,
crazy.
bro.
It is
Wild,
definitely
man.
wild.
Oh yeah, because I mean, I'm not the epitome of health, but because sometimes I eat shit food and stuff like that, or I don't work out or whatever. Like I'm, especially holiday seasons, bro. Get some ice cream in front of me and some cookies, dude. Let's go. Like,
Right.
but you gotta just know what you're doing with your body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's just, luckily 99.9999% of our customers and people that I communicate with online, just the greatest freaking people on the planet, dude. I'm so like, we built a community where it is just, I don't deserve it. I don't know what I did to do it, but it's just, it's the best community on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I see it every time, you pop online or it's just, I mean, I know you've had some negative interactions just being exposed to it, but like online, I haven't really, come across anything like that. I believe you mentioned that you've had like 2 outliers during the celebration that was just like, what? But
Oh yeah, no,
that's
and
just
one
such
of
a
them.
minuscule amount of people that.
Oh yeah, one of them really pissed me off. Like that dude, I don't know what was up his ass that day, but I was like, bro, you better like you know who it is too. Like I haven't told you who it is, but like you know the dude.
Oh wow.
So
yeah, we don't have to talk about the details or
yeah,
anything.
no,
It's
no.
like it's not.
It was wild, man. So because I feel like I'm a pretty easy dude to get along with. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
push, not a pushy, salesy, like
No.
dude, like because I hate that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I let the product speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I
but
don't think you guys even have like upsells going on the website or anything. It's like whatever you put in the cart, like that's there. Like it's pretty straightforward. Like
we
no.
do. The only thing we do is bundles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where like for example, if you order a 12 pack in a Boomsy, you
Mm-hmm.
get $5 off the
Mm-hmm.
Boomsy. We purely do that because it saves
Mm-hmm.
people on shipping costs.
Yeah.
So like anytime we do any sort of like bundle, like you get a 12 pack and a flag or a 12 pack and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, a hat or something like that. Doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter. We give a little bit of like a deal
Mm-hmm.
just because it saves people on shipping
Yeah.
and it saves us on shipping too.
Mm-hmm.
So we like if you were to buy just the Boomsy, for example, we'll pay $6 or $5 depending on where it's going to ship it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you buy it with a 12 pack, we don't have to pay that extra shipping cost now. So we pass that saving off onto the customer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I did with the Mark One. I think
Mhm.
it was a bundle like that. I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, you're gonna buy the drinks anyway,
Yeah.
and it's just it works.
Yeah. I like if we get any sort of savings, I always try to pass it off
Mm-hmm.
onto people.
Right.
We're not a money hungry organization. Like
Mm-hmm.
we do okay. We're not making enough to where I can pay myself, and I don't even want to pay myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I dump every ounce of profit back into the company so
Right.
that we can give people a better product, better service, upgrade things.
Right. And I mean,
So,
I think that much is clear. I mean, it definitely shows. And I mean, I think if you can have the company take care of your basic needs or whatever, and it's just like you don't really have that money hungry mentality, then you don't even have to pay yourself.
yeah, yeah. I mean, eventually, I think next year I'll probably start paying myself enough to just pay for like car insurance or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, like no, like I'm not going to be rocking a Lambo. Like next year, maybe 10 years from now, yeah, sure, maybe I'll have me a Huracan or something. I don't know.
Right.
But like
A-bomb
I'd rather
wrap
invest,
Lambo.
dude, that'd be sick. I'd rather just dump it back into the company because we're still new. I
Mm-hmm.
want people to have the best product possible.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can upgrade something, like we're trying to upgrade tape right now.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be easy. No, upgrading tape is like dude, it's like brain surgery, man. It's like why is this so hard?
That's crazy.
But anything we can upgrade, we upgrade.
Right.
Boxes, upgrade. Boom.
Well,
Send it.
it's all that stuff that is not really all that sexy. It's just like tape boxes or whatever. Everybody always wants to go into the flashy stuff, but it's like it's important to not overlook the details and like getting a sturdier box. It's just it's everything because I mean that's how the product gets to
holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting just millions of more packages during the holiday season,
Mm-hmm.
and they upcharge us for shipping, like anywhere from $1 to $2 per box that goes out the door. We don't charge customers for that.
Mm-hmm.
We absorb it. It's fine. And like we upgrade the boxes. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Custom branded boxes. With the Abomb logo.
Yeah.
Printed on there. Like. It
Yeah,
should
it
cost
looks really
money.
cool.
Yeah. No, I love it. We have a guy. He took one of the boxes and cut the logo out and put it on his wall. And I was like,
I was doing the same thing, like do a like a video or something, because it's just like it's a cool looking box, and I mean,
yeah, it's cool.
especially when it receives the airport treatment, it's just you want the shit to withstand anything, even a nuclear blast.
One can hope.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's unrelated to A-bomb, but like I don't know what I bought one time, and that shit came just like wrapped in so much tape and bubble wrap and everything, and I'm like, holy shit, I can like toss this thing off the cliff, and it'll survive. And I mean, it wasn't pretty to look at, but person really did take care of packing it, because I forget what it was, but it must have been something fragile. But
yeah, no, I mean we want people, like the way I train people that pack is the first thing I always say is, how would you want to open this box? What's the presentation that you would like to see?
Yeah.
Do you want the bubble seam up or do you want it down?
Mm-hmm.
What would look better to you? Every little detail matters. Do you want the packing slip on top that covers the thank you card?
Mm-hmm.
No, you want that on the bottom, ops manual, then thank you card. Like everything has a system to it.
That's
So,
awesome.
because it's all about beauty.
Right. Yeah, like what we were talking about earlier, like it people like to say, well, it's just packaging or whatever, but like that's the
No.
first thing you see, that's the
First
first point of
impression.
contact,
Yeah.
with this stuff. And it's like, yeah, now imagine if the collector's box or whatever it was just a cardboard box, like with the same
Well,
product inside.
and I've had companies, I've bought their, how do I say this? After they saw our collector's boxes, they started creating their own.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a couple companies, like 4, send me their collector's boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not the same.
Right.
Just not the same, dude.
I
Like corrugated cardboards. Like, nah, come on, bro.
I can't remember because there was one company, I forget what it must have been, some sort of coffee company or whatever, and it looked close to what your box is. And I can't remember if it was before or after. And I can't remember for the life of me. That's why I'm not going to name drop. But it was close. And I wonder, like, does it come out of the same factory or whatever, because it was like the
Maybe.
magnetic enclosure and it was very similar. It was the all over print kind of thing. So I was like, that looks familiar.
Dude, we've had a lot. Like, I've had phone calls with owners, like 3 or 4 different, well, like 4 owners of companies call me and ask me where we got those boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And those companies have executed on a collector's box.
Mm-hmm.
And these are like big companies.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow they got my phone number, which was kind of odd.
Right, they
How
got
the hell did
people
you
for
get my
that.
Yeah, they got some people for that. I was like, shit, I thought I had people, but damn, pulling my number.
It was
Because I have 2 phones. I have one for business, one for
Right.
personal. And they called my business phone. I was like,
They're probably camped
Really,
out outside of your warehouse and just scoping the place out and
dude, yeah.
casing the joint.
Dude. Yeah, it's wild, man. But I'm glad. Like I help other larger companies too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of strange. Like they're looking down and
Mm-hmm.
asking for help, and I was like, I'll fucking help you. I don't care.
Right, no gatekeeping. I hate gatekeeping.
No, like I mean, I've sent them links to where we get our collector's boxes made. Unfortunately, the companies that did send me their collector's boxes, I don't think any of them use that company because I'm like, these are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we doing here?
Well, yeah, and I mean that's just you can provide the knowledge, the info free of charge, but it's how they use it, that matters, and oftentimes they really don't use it.
No,
It's weird.
No. And I think a lot of them saw how much we actually pay for those boxes, and they're like, "Fuck that."
Mm-hmm.
Because like people think we make a lot of money on really all our products. We really don't. The profit margin is just not awesome, but it's not awesome, especially on the collector's box. Like them bad Larrys are not cheap. But I know people are gonna get it and they're gonna keep it forever. And it's like I want them to get that and be like, man, this is a fucking cool box.
Yeah.
This thing is durable. It's nice. And when we come out with version 2 of it, like I can't wait to come out with version 2. Like, that one's gonna be tits, dude. It's gonna be sweet.
With all the new flavors and whatnot.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait till we go back into flavor development for drinks. Like I can't wait. When the moment we have like 20K just like hanging out, we're gonna go back into flavor development because I want to get 4 new flavors launched in next year is when I want to do it. That's probably like one of the most common questions is when are we coming out with new flavors? And I definitely want to do it. I want to take the profit that we get from the hydration powders and then launch that into the new drinks. Because when we launch those 4 new flavors, you have to think it's 6 figures plus.
Yeah.
To develop those 4 flavors in just the production side. So we need to have the capital so where we can go, okay, we can launch 4 new flavors, but we have to have the capital saved and locked and ready to go to launch the next 4 flavors. But we're always going to keep the core 4. I know that for a fact.
Right.
And probably what we'll do is we'll take the most popular 4 flavors of the new ones, and then we'll drop 2 of them and then have 6 flavors.
Right.
So
to just kind of nail it to have solid flavors. So I don't know. I'm gonna make a prediction here. on the flavors. I don't know how right I'm gonna be, but there's gonna be. I mean, you kind of mentioned the powder is gonna be pineapple, so like I'm
Mhm.
gonna go pineapple. I'm gonna go
Mhm.
grape. I'm
Mhm.
gonna go apple, like sour apple or
Maybe
something like that, and possibly raspberry or blackberry.
potentially. You definitely nailed two of them. We're
Mhm.
definitely whenever we go into flavor development for the energy drinks, we're definitely gonna do a grape
Mhm.
because there's some good grape ones out on the market.
Mhm.
First Form has a pretty good grape one. That's probably my favorite grape one out on the market right now.
Mhm.
Um, but I think we could do better.
Mhm.
I think there's room for improvement there. And so we're definitely going to do a grape and we're definitely going to do a pineapple.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know about your thoughts on this, but what about a banana?
Oh, I think that has so just like the orange cream, I think that could be
Mhm.
right up there. Because a
Yeah,
good banana flavor is hard
it's
to
hard,
nail
dude.
down. Because like anything banana, when it comes to candy or cookies or whatever, it's way too chemical tasting.
Yeah.
Like
So-
well, synthetic. Like I
Yeah.
hate to use chemical because everything is a chemical. But
Yeah.
but like a good banana flavor is hard to nail down. As is grape, because for it to not
Mhm.
taste like medicine. I mean, Jones Soda just came out with their collaboration with Fallout, with the Nuka Cola grape,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's a great tasting soda. It doesn't have the medicine aftertaste, but I
Okay.
mean, it's full of sugar. I mean, obviously, um, that's their soda, but
Yeah.
but I mean, it's a great tasting grape soda, but I mean, nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
It doesn't suck, is what I'm trying to say,
Yes.
but.
And that's exactly what we want to change.
Mhm.
We want people to be like, yeah, this is good.
Mhm.
I want people to be like, this is fucking good.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like they need to love it.
Mhm.
Like with the orange cream stuff, dude.
Mhm.
I mean, orange cream is easily our most popular flavor.
Mhm.
This was the first one that we doubled production on was orange cream
Mhm.
because it just sells out
Yeah.
so fast.
It definitely
I mean,
has that X factor.
yeah, dude. I mean, this is my favorite flavor that we
Mhm.
have. I mean, it's weird. I don't know if you're like this too, but when I eat something or drink something like all the time, I get tired of it.
Mhm.
But for some reason with orange cream, I never get tired of it.
I haven't had that happen either.
It's weird, dude. I never get tired of it. Like
Yeah.
I get a ton of requests to make a non-caffeine version
Mhm.
of the drinks because people want to just drink like 50 of them in a day.
Right. Yeah.
Might happen. Might happen next year. I don't know.
Right. Right. But then I know you mentioned that before. Like you kind of have to readjust, the flavor profile, right? Because now
Yep.
the caffeine is not there.
Yep, because caffeine's a bittering agent.
Mhm.
So we're looking at doing like a small run, maybe like a couple thousand cans. We'll have to hit up another manufacturing facility, but just a small run
Mhm.
where they just do like 2 or 3 thousand cans or like a pallet worth of
Mhm.
cans, just removing the caffeine
Mhm.
to see just how much different it would be.
Right.
Because if it's not that much different, then yeah, okay. But if it is different, then we'll just add a bittering agent
Yeah.
to mimic caffeine.
Right. Right. Right.
So
And something that that I took your advice on, I think it might have been mentioned in one of your lives, is if you want to taste the flavor of a drink that's carbonated drink, let it go flat and taste
yeah,
the flat version of it and see if
yep,
you like the flavor. I thought that was so like so clever, and it's true.
it's true. Yeah.
Because let some like Coke go flat, and see how you like it. Like one,
Oh, gross.
the room temperature, and just because like I think because when something like Coke, goes flat, it's like all of a sudden it's just like the syrup or whatever. You can taste a lot more,
hmm
and like you feel like your teeth are rotting as as you're drinking it.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude.
uh, I mean, I don't drink any of that stuff. Like I drink the diet version because just like it's that sugar in it. Like
Yeah,
I can't deal with, and but it's like yeah, like every now and then like I like this go flat, and it's just yeah you can still drink it.
yeah,
Like it's weird, But it just goes back to, like because the carbonation itself, is not that overpowering, and like now we know why,
Yeah,
because
we're on the lower end.
you still want to taste the flavor of the drink, and so I don't know, it was just a neat trick
Yeah.
that I'm
Well,
now
here's
applying
another
to
trick
everything.
for you. It's called strategic caffeine timing.
Hmm.
I learned this when I was in special operations. We had this group called Thor. It's
Hmm.
like tactical human optimization, something
Hmm.
response or something. I can't remember. But it was nutritionists, physical therapists, like all dietitians.
Hmm.
It was like this whole group that was just for special operations. So if I got hurt, I could go see a
Hmm.
Thor physical therapist. And when I was in language school and when I was in SOCM and all that stuff, they would come give us briefs like every month or every 2 months to tell us how to enhance our mental performance.
Hmm.
And one of the things that they told us was, okay, the caffeine thing, how most people go to sleep with caffeine in their system. They
Hmm.
told us that. Then they explained to us about strategic caffeine timing. And if you want to get more out of your coffee or energy drink or whatever caffeine source that you have, stimulant, I don't know, cocaine, whatever you're using, have your first hit at like noon or 1 o'clock.
Hmm.
Let your body naturally wake up
Hmm.
before you start giving it a stimulant. Have your first. So I always try to have my first energy drink because I only have a little bit of coffee in the morning,
Hmm.
like it's minuscule amount, and then I'll have my first A bomb at like noon to 1 o'clock. Like today it was 1 o'clock when I had my first one,
Hmm.
and man, you perk up
Hmm.
way more when you have it, and it's a game changer for sure. It'll help you power through that last leg of your day.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to it. A couple years ago, I did an experiment on myself where I basically starved myself of all caffeine, like all caffeine, like so no chocolate, no coffee, no green tea,
Oh
like
man.
for a month, right? And it was weird because I mean there are days where I get the withdrawal headache for sure,
Yeah, dude.
but for the
Brutal.
entirety of that month, I never got it. Like I don't know if the stars aligned just right or
Yeah.
whatever, but like for a month straight, I had no source of caffeine because, and I think I might have heard it on one of the Rogan podcasts or whatever. Somebody was talking about it, and so I was like, I'm gonna try it because like the thesis behind that was when you then reintroduce it, it's like drinking coffee or caffeine for the first time, right? And so I really wanted to try that out, and so sure enough, a month goes by, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have my first cup of coffee, and it was like, it was. I mean, I don't really remember what it was like when I first started drinking coffee. It must have been in college or whatever. But it was like it was a notable difference. Like it was
You
just
get
like
surge.
that eye opening, yeah, surge. And
Yeah.
the only thing was that that didn't last long. Like I just bounced back to my tolerance, what it was
Yep.
before, and it was like within a day or two, it was like back to normal. But it
Yeah.
was it was very interesting to see that,
Yeah. I did that before I went to selection
hmm
because in selection you can't have caffeine.
right, no stimulants,
And
no nothing.
yeah, no stimulants, nothing. And so I detoxed myself for a month. It was fucking rough too, man. I was dying. I was not a happy dude.
Hmm.
And then whenever I got back from selection and I think it was like a Coke Zero.
Uh-huh.
So minimal caffeine
Yeah, like
content, literally
30
like maybe
milligrams
just
or something.
yeah, something like that, some small amount, dude. And I was like, I felt like I could rip someone's arm off and beat him with it, dude. I was like,
It's
oh
like
my god,
it's
dude,
like
this is
NZT,
crazy.
limitless pill.
Yeah, dude, it was wild. And then same thing though. 2 days
Hmm.
later, I was back to
Hmm.
baseline.
Yeah.
But
It's interesting how that works, but it's like it's the kind of I mean that's as far as I'll go, when experimenting with stimulants. I don't do any of the other stuff, but
yeah,
uh,
Provigil.
yeah, I don't have the
Keep
need
you up for a
or
couple days.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
No, I don't mess with that stuff.
no, it's just it's crazy. But
Yeah.
I think A bomb is the closest thing to NZT.
Dude, thank you,
Like
man. Appreciate that.
I'm fine with that. So, if the shit hits the fan and there's an apocalypse, stock up on your A bomb, people.
Yeah, for real, dude.
You know,
Come by the warehouse. I got a few pallets in there.
you better fortify it if that time ever comes.
Oh, dude, the security here at the compound it's insane. It's awesome.
Oh, that's
So,
great.
yeah, man.
Um, but hey, we've gone through just about anything, what goes into a kick-ass drink production, and discussing Fallout and like your first experience, being exposed to that kind of fandom. Um, and if there's anything that you want, people to know what you're currently working on, any shout out, or just go wild, weapons free.
Weapons. Ooh, that's dangerous. No, I mean, just we want people to love the product, and if they don't love the product,
Mm-hmm.
then we will take care of people.
Mm-hmm.
That is like our biggest thing because we stand behind it. Like it's not a marketing gimmick, like 100% money back guarantee. It's not. It's not a marketing thing. We've never had to execute a I'm unsatisfied refund.
Mm-hmm.
Never had to do it out of I don't even know how many cases we've sold at this point. Hundreds of thousands of cases. We've
Mm-hmm.
never had to execute like a refund.
Which is
on
awesome.
That. Yeah, and people know like we want people to be happy with the product if they're not happy with it, because I know when I buy stuff, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
not happy with it, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want people to have that feeling. I want them to know like, hey, if this isn't your cup of tea, shoot us an email. I monitor all the customer service stuff. If you have a customer service problem, you have a 99% chance you're going to be dealing with me. You might deal with the COO, like if I'm out of town
Mm-hmm.
or if I'm driving or something, because I don't like to text and drive. But yeah, you're going to be dealing with me. We take care of people. Everyone is, we treat every customer as if they're the only customer.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone is equally important. And so like if you want to try the drinks, we have a 4-pack sampler. If you want to try that, I don't recommend buying the 4-pack sampler because it's $25.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend just getting a 12-pack, going that route. If you don't want to even do that, go to Energy Drink City. These guys, we've partnered with them. They are incredible people. Like the guy running the company is a good friend. Like I'll be honest, when he first contacted me, I was like, this guy's coming off like a salesman. But it's just because he was really enthusiastic, and
Mm-hmm.
he's a great guy, and they ship individual cans to
Mm-hmm.
people. And I don't know how they're doing it. To be honest with you, I have no idea how they're even profitable, but they have figured it out, and I'm proud as hell out of them. And so if people want to try the product, check us out. Check Energy Drink City out. I mean, they have other drinks on there too. If you guys want to try other energy drinks,
Mm-hmm.
they're good people. So
Right.
we're changing the world. So that's
that
the goal.
you are, and I think it's been going great so far. And
I appreciate that.
the whole time, I mean, I've had your website going on right below where we are. So it's abombenergy.com is where you can go and get all the drinks, all the merch. The merch great too. They have magnets, stickers, beanies, shirts, metal
Hats.
signs or what hat? Yeah.
Coming out with hoodies too soon, dude.
There you go.
In a couple weeks, they're custom made hoodies where all the material, it's a completely custom design that we did. It's made out of French terry.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's like the most, I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know anything about hoodies, but the guy that I have helping me knows everything about hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
He's an IFBB pro guy, and he gave me all the pointers on what we need. And I have the prototype hoodie, and that motherfucker is nice, dude. It is nice. I'm not a hoodie guy, but I wear that thing.
Right.
Because it's comfortable.
Right.
So completely custom on that material and everything. So I think people are gonna love that.
Mm-hmm.
It's super cool.
I think so. And if all of you out there haven't caught on yet, I mean, great care goes into everything, starting from the pens that these guys use to write the notes. So anything you get, I can personally vouch for that it's going to be utmost quality, and you're not going to regret it.
I appreciate that, dude.
Yeah, man. So
I'll have to send you a Mark II Boomsy, dude. You're gonna love that thing.
I saw the design, and it was I liked it. I liked it so much.
Do you know what the red dots are?
Yeah, the launch sites.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
I had to get legal to approve that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
it's all unclassified, but I mean,
Right.
it's like I just want to make sure I won't get in trouble.
Right. I mean, yeah, we could discuss that at length. Like all of that, and
Yeah.
That's for another day. I mean, the door's always open, so I know. I mean, you work long days, and time's the most precious commodity. But yeah, we'll definitely have you back on.
Dude, yeah, I'd love to come back on, man. This was fun.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, it's been a blast, and yeah, I think we've gone through it all, and next time we come on, there's gonna be 4 more flavors, powders, other
Oh
merch or
yeah.
whatever.
Dude.
Um,
Excited for the powders, man.
oh
You guys,
yes,
you guys are gonna love
so
them,
am I.
man.
So
I'll
am
send
I.
you some samples when they're
All right,
complete.
I
So
appreciate it, man.
yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean, thank you so much for your service, and all the best of luck in your future endeavors with A-Bomb. I know it's gonna rock because I mean, so far it's been nothing but onward and upward. And yeah, man, great to have you on.
I appreciate it, man. I'm so blessed. Like I'm always just surprised. Like I try my best. I do my best to
Mm.
work hard for people, and
And
it's
it
just
really
crazy, man.
shows. It really shows. So,
I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much for having me on.
all right, you're most welcome. But for now, it's Brandon and Marty out. All right, Wasteland. That was Brandon Grazier, the CEO of Abomb Energy. A number of you have requested him being on the podcast. Like we alluded to in the podcast episode, I got to meet him at the Fallout fan celebration in Goodsprings a few weeks ago. Me and a bunch of other admins from the Wild Wastelanders Market. We got to talk to him, and a lot of us agreed that he definitely belongs in the Fallout family, and we're happy to announce that Abomb Energy has now become the official drink of this podcast and the Wild Wastelanders Market. So if you need a can or 12 or 50, go to abombenergy.com and get yourself a supply of drinks that will keep you fueled up through the apocalypse or your next gaming session. So that's abombenergy.com. And man, what a great episode that was. Catch this episode of this podcast every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, both on YouTube if you want to see my face and the face of my guests. We're also in the process of getting it distributed through Spotify. We're almost there, and we're always looking for ways how to get you guys this fun podcast. It is an absolute blast, and we're gonna have more and more other exciting guests coming in a very short order. We're also going to be doing Fallout Season 2 after shows, so that's most likely going to replace the main show of the podcast starting December 18, since December 17 is where the show comes out. It's going to be weekly after shows where we're going to have a couple evergreen guests and rotating rosters of other guests, and we're going to pick the show apart. We're gonna discuss our theories and what we just saw on the screen. So it's definitely going to be an exciting time for Fallout fans. But in the meantime, if you want to fill up your gratification meter and want to pick up some collectibles from the Bethesda Gear Shop, you can go ahead and use my code Nuka Raider 2 for 20% off, or you can also use any of our other admins and members within the Fallout Wild Wasteland Fallout Market on Facebook. There's a whole bulletin of codes that you can utilize, and I say it all the time, but I'll say it again. We're always super appreciative of every one of you who use our codes. It helps us out, to pump out more content. It gets you a discount, gets us kickback, so we can just keep the cycle going. But with that in mind, I will now sign off, and you guys have a good day. Marty out.